Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes!
We finally here. It's the postseason, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we get the first play-in day to see who's going to snag that 2 seed, who's going to see the Denver Nuggets, and also who's going to lose to see either the Warriors.
Y'all don't know I got
Kings.
my Lakers jersey underneath her right now.
I'm actually surprised. Didn't you say on your stream that you was going to wear a Lakers outfit?
Yeah, I did say that, but I didn't want to rock another. Yeah, I didn't want to pull out the Anthony Davis one. I want to get a LeBron one, but I also want to get one that's a little bit more unique instead of just a LeBron
one. I would have gave it to you.
So I got to order it offline, and I just be.
That's crazy because I almost put on my white chocolate jersey that I haven't pulled out yet, but we going golfing after this, so I was like, I probably won't be able to have a swing that I want in a jersey. But if you was to wear yours, I would have been like, come on, let's get it.
If there was any time to rock a full Lakers outfit, it's today.
That boy got on maroon pants.
He tried to throw it together.
I see.
They said, was
different.
it last episode? They were saying that you had the best fit or something like that. Was it like
What
the
was I
first
wearing?
time? I don't remember. It was either last episode or the episode before.
No, I think last episode was me because I had on all pink.
You just want to give yourself the
Self-proclaimed.
Did you see?
Did
you
the comments
seen
were
that?
saying that I was fly at last episode.
What else were the comments saying, Darrick, since you was down there? What else was the comments saying about last episode?
That KB was right.
Oh, thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Right about what?
That y'all were
Playing
misinterpreting
chess.
what I was saying.
Playing chess.
We not
Well,
gonna bring it
you
back
al-
up, but I just want y'all
You already
to know.
got to know that most of the people are biased with you, so
They've been fans of this show
they
for
usually
7
take your
years.
side.
But you know, this is my thing with the comments. Always. In a situation or conversation like that, there's not even a right or wrong answer.
No,
It's an
no.
opinion.
They weren't saying that I was right and y'all were wrong. They were just saying that y'all were misinterpreting what I was saying, which is what I was saying that y'all was doing. When that's why I said I think I'm going insane.
But I think me and Mike made it clear we were not misinterpreting what you were saying.
You was misinterpreting what we was saying.
But that was because y'all were misinterpreting what I'm not trying to break it up. Thank y'all in the comment
I
section.
know damn well what you were saying.
Boom, boom, boom.
This ain't heart surgery or like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't up here doing nothing. We ain't trying to cure cancer. We up here talking basketball.
I'm gonna bring it back up.
Go
since we're
ahead.
here.
Yeah. I like this.
If me and you
Talk to me, KB.
were having a Call of Duty 101.
For
we
sure.
don't play Call of Duty.
But can we even go back? Like, I've gone through so much since Saturday with the dog that I don't even remember specifically.
This is what happened.
Okay.
Tyronn Lue was asked about Kawhi Leonard. He basically just said, I don't know yet.
Right.
And my point was, even if he does know,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't make sense to tell the public because that just makes it easier for the Dallas Mavericks.
Uh-huh.
That's all I said.
Okay.
So bringing it back,
Yeah.
if me and you had a 1v1 in Call of Duty,
Uh-huh.
and Darrick asked you, hey, yo, PL, you going to use that FAL in here? Does it make sense for you if I'm listening to say, absolutely, I'm bringing my best gun? Or will it make more sense to just temper the expectation? I don't know just yet. And you'll see once we get closer to the time.
Yeah, but I think that
We
analogy.
don't even play Call of Duty.
For sure.
That's just
and when we do, at least when I do, I'm looking
I'm just
to get
glad you
carried.
said FAL and not the foul.
I'm looking for Kyrie and Terrence to
of course,
carry me.
of course.
But I just think the analogy is different. I don't disagree with that. But the only thing that I was saying, and I think Mike was agreeing with me in the saying, was just that it's Kawhi and his knee that's been so. We've seen this be such a big deal that I just think that his knee this is not a time to play chess with his knee concerns, personally. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all. And I just think that if I'm Jason Kidd and the Mavericks, I'm not even playing mind games. We're going to prepare to see Kawhi Leonard. And if we don't see him, we'll take that. We'll be more happy to not see him, but we coming out there prepared to see him. You know what I'm saying? We rather adjust to not seeing him than to adjust with, he's out there? Oh my gosh.
Let it be a surprise
that's
for the fans. Let it be a surprise for the fans. We're not gonna be surprised by that if that's the case and he
But
is healthy.
that's also not it too. What I'm saying is, if me and you are going against each other, or you're coaching, even if I'm the opposing coach and you got to do 1 extra hour of work, I don't want you to do that 1 extra hour.
Yeah.
And maybe that 1 extra hour is just Kawhi's not here. We make 2 different changes.
Yeah.
But it's still more work for the opposing team.
Yeah.
That was all
Instead
my
of-
original.
Instead of
point.
game plan, now you got a game plan for Paul George.
Yeah, or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Or you got a game plan for Terrence Mann hitting 8 threes, maybe. I don't know.
I see that. I also just think that because it's the NBA and because they have a full-on staff, they're already preparing for that.
Where it
ain't-
doesn't work is with the Lakers. Because Anthony Davis said himself that I'm playing. Like
Yeah.
he said there was nothing in the world that could prevent him from playing.
Bro,
And now
as soon
on the
as
injury
the
report,
post
it's
came
questionable.
down, as soon as they tweeted out that they were probable, or it was like maybe
LeBron probable, Anthony Davis questionable.
everybody in the comments was like, they're playing. Like, they're playing.
Yeah.
No, they weren't fooling anybody.
When you quoted that,
they've been doing that all season.
Darrick, they do this every game.
Yeah.
Unless
They do it
they about
literally
to do
every
that
game.
jackassery was like, oh, we gonna try to lose that first game,
And
which
that
we'll
would just
talk
be
about.
so-
We'll
that
talk
would be
about.
So
We'll talk about.
I hope for that.
Oh, well, matter of fact, let's bring it up now because
No.
that's the first playing game, right? It's
Yes,
Lakers
it is.
Let
versus
me get into
Pelicans.
drop the
6:30.
mic first. Let me
Okay,
get into drop
word.
the mic first. I wanted to stay up on the playoff topic. Wanted to bring it back a little bit and ask y'all, what's your first playoff series that y'all remember vividly?
Mine was the 08. I think it was in 08 when the Bulls played the Celtics. And Derrick Rose in his rookie season, they forced that series to go 7 games. When I know KG didn't play in a majority of that series, but like they came out and they fought, and they fought hard. And that was like the arriving of Derrick Rose, and you saw everybody come out and just hoop. Joakim Noah was playing out of his mind, and like that was like you saw the youthfulness in the Bulls, but you saw like, oh, this team is next, and then you saw them go and beat a team that was eventually the 1 seed.
Who stood out?
In that, Derrick Rose.
Ben Gordon.
Oh, well, yeah, Ben Gordon. Ben Gordon was big in
He
that
had, a,
series.
he had a 40 piece, I think, in that series.
He made shot after shot. Derrick Rose definitely stood out for sure.
That was such a great series. Even now, we still be hearing new stories about this series. Like when
Yeah.
Joakim said that KG was his idol, and he told KG, and KG cursed him out at the free throw line.
Hip check Rondo.
Yeah.
Kirk Heinrich at the score sale.
And then Joakim Noah always tells a story like, if you add up the points of that series, we would have won the series. It's like, obviously, that's not how basketball works, but that's how close of a series it was with that young old Bulls team.
Is that the year that the Celtics went 7 in every series? There was a year, I think their championship year maybe, they went, which I don't think this is the championship year because KG was hurt.
This is the year after the championship year.
So I think this year or the year before when they won the championship, they won 7 games in every single series.
That sounds exhausting.
Doc just don't know how to make it easy for his team. Man.
I think they had went like 7 with the Hawks. This is Josh Smith and them. They had went 7 with Orlando, maybe 7 with Bron, and I don't know if they went 7 with Kobe and the Lakers, but they went 7 in every Eastern Conference series before the finals. I know for a fact.
I do remember vividly Paul Pierce being on that in that wheelchair, getting pushed out.
I know you remember that. That shit went viral so much. What's the first series you remember?
First, vividly remember, probably the one, and this going to make me sound like I just ain't been alone, but the 2015 one when I actually went to the playoff series against the Bulls.
Shit, Mike.
Bro, that was yesterday, brother.
2015?
That's what it feels like. 2015 using the whole
I mean,
ass
it wasn't my
adult.
first playoff series I watched. I actually remember I remember in like 2011, I remember we was with I was really with D Mills. What year was that when the Spurs, was that 2013? Remember we went to that cabin, it was me, you, and John?
We went where? Oh, yeah.
We watched the finals literally right
I
there.
trained
This was
you.
Kawhi Leonard.
Is that the one where you got the vine of y'all playing ping pong and Darrick is sweating his
Yes,
ass off?
yes.
That's where I got that vibe. That's actually funny you remember that, but I guess you could say that's my first one. But like vividly, probably the one where I went to when this is Bulls versus Bucks, and this was Game 5, and I just
got to
remember
see
it so
rookie
much.
Mike.
Damn,
Williams.
boy.
What?
EJ done seen more basketball than you. You twice.
I ain't say that's
Bro,
my
it's-
first
it's
basketball game I
2015.
watched.
You said vividly though.
Yeah, I was literally there. But
you know 2015?
Yeah.
You were a whole ass adult.
Yeah.
I was literally it was
He
like
in his
17, 18.
So you don't
He was
remember-
in his senior year of high
So
school.
you don't
No,
remember.
I remember. I'm saying vividly. Like I remember everything about it.
That's what I'm saying. You don't vividly remember Derrick Rose and them runs when we was in high school?
I didn't
So
really
he
start
can't
watching
claim
basketball till like
no
2000.
Laker championship
That's what I'm
other than the
saying.
bubble.
Kobe in 2015. Kobe
No,
was the old man.
I seen that, but I wasn't like a diehard Laker fan at the time. That's when I literally just started getting into basketball.
Here's what I think about fandom. You cannot flex championships if you weren't there for it. And I'm not saying you do. It's not like you up here talking about 09.
No, I'm taking offense to this because I always thought he was my Kobe brethren on this panel. Kobe had a lot of playoff moments. I just knew your first vivid playoff. I thought it was gonna be like Kobe when he hit the shot on the Suns and he did the something, or at least Derrick Rose.
Nah,
The Miami Heat losing to the Mavericks.
See, probably the earliest remember is
2015.
this had to be a long time. This when we was in the party
2015, I was
days.
grown as hell.
You remember we was in the party watching the game and Kayla came on. It was Lamar Odom came up.
Your sexy bald head.
He's like look at Lamar Odom, sexy ball, chocolate head.
And you was like, who is Lamar Odom?
No, I started laughing.
My first one, I don't remember what year it was, but this was a young Bulls team. It's going to be Bulls related, obviously. They went against it's 07 because the year after the Heat won their championship, so it's still Shaq and it's still Dwayne Wade.
Wizards?
No, it's the Bulls. The Bulls beat them the year after they made the finals. And it was a young Luol Deng. And Luol had to be 21, 22. He was averaging like 25 that series.
Black socks, black shoes.
No.
Oh.
The one thing I remember, I didn't remember, but because you gave this the question last night, I went back to look at it. Luol averaged 25 in that series. Can y'all guess how many 3-pointers he attempted in the 6-game series?
8.
0.
Oh, I thought he was lighting it up.
0 for 0 from the whole goddamn series.
That mid-range mastery.
And it was just cool to see because Dwayne Wade, obviously from Chicago, just got done raising the Larry O'Brien trophy last year. Now, the Heat weren't the same team. Like, they had Shaq still, who wasn't as good as the previous run, and Dwayne Wade was beat up and everything. But to see him come home and we spanked that ass, because it was a 4-5 matchup, and we swept them. And was it? It was either went 6 or went 4. So maybe I don't remember this vividly as I thought. But either way, that was one of the things. It went 4? Okay. And Luol was killing.
You know, crazy. I was looking at the stats.
Yeah, pre Derrick Rose stuff, man.
At the Bulls game I was talking about, I was looking at the stats for it. You want to know who the leading scorer was for that game? This
Mike Dunleavy.
No, that's a very good guess. This is Game 5.
The game you went to?
Yeah, this is Game 5.
Michael Carter Williams.
Wasn't, but he might have been close because I looked at the stats. He had like a nearly triple-double. No, it was a Bulls player. Pau Gasol.
Oh, shout out to Pau, man. Isn't it the series where Giannis hip-checked Mike Dunleavy and he flew in the stands?
Maybe.
It might have been. I don't know if it was that game. I just remember it was Game 5 because my mom got me tickets to Game 5, and
it was either get an Xbox or go to a Bulls game.
Yeah, because she didn't know at first.
They were black socks, black shoes.
She didn't know at first that like the Game 5 was if necessary. So I was telling her that like it might not be a game because at that point I think the Bulls were up like 2-0 or something at the time, and I was like it might not actually go.
Dwayne Wade had some underrated Converse shoes, bro.
Were they bulky?
No. First playoff series I vividly remember is definitely Spurs Lakers. It's like 2001, 2002. I think the Lakers swept them. They played on like Sunday. They was playing on like Sunday. I remember that. I remember for some reason Malik Rose from the Spurs. I don't know if y'all know Malik Rose, but yeah, I just remember Malik Rose and the Spurs. They stood out to me. I was rooting for Kobe, but I was just like, they just had this uniform ass thing. I didn't know what the Spurs were and what they what they identified as. I didn't know Greg Popovich. But I just remember that they just stood out with that black and chrome, and they were just so uniform. Tim Duncan was so boring to me.
That's why
bank shots
and
off
it's
the
gonna
glass.
sound
I didn't
funny,
understand
but
the
like,
hype.
in my team, that's my favorite arena. I just like the old school like '90s Spurs arena because it's so basic. It's just the black and gray and the
the lighting is different.
It's like a little dark lighting, and it just gets that professional. Like we mean business in
You
this
know what
building,
it reminds
bro.
me of, and I think Madison Square Garden has perfected this. Madison Square Garden's lighting, it's like theater.
Yeah, it's theater lighting.
It's theater.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
That's like that whole experience of Madison Square
And
Garden.
then you go to other places, it's like fluorescent lights. And it's
Yes.
just like, this don't even really feel like we went to 2 Knicks games in 1 week, and I felt like I got spoiled because even though the Knicks were awful in that time, it was a full experience.
You know, I
Who
think
has the worst lighting?
I was, and this
The
is, I don't know if
United
it's worse,
Miami.
but
I hate watching. Well,
said who?
now it's a little brighter. When LeBron played for the Heat, I hated watching.
Well, they didn't want people to notice that nobody was in the stands, so they dimmed everything.
That's probably a good reason. Those seats do be
You
empty.
sending shots?
That's like real, bro. That's real.
But the United Center is like the whole thing's just lit up.
Yeah.
There is no like theater environment. Like the whole thing's just bright as hell.
I don't mind theirs.
Here's a stat. We talked about the Bulls. This is from Mark K at MK Hoops. Since their last title, 26 years, the Chicago Bulls have 936 wins, 1,121 losses, a 45.5% win percentage, which means that every year we're finishing around 37 and 45. We have a lot of losing seasons, and the only teams with a worse win percentage in that 26-year span.
guess.
Yeah, tell me. There are 6 teams worse than the Bulls. So we're 24th in the last 26 years in win percentage.
Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento has a better win percentage.
Timberwolves.
Detroit better win percentage. Timberwolves is on the list.
Wizards.
Wizards is on the list. Hornets is on the list.
You also have to have the Sixers made that ground up these last few years.
Yes, they did.
Man.
Yes, they did.
The Phoenix Suns.
Nope.
No. Yeah,
The Raptors had their runs. of making it.
I forgot the Suns actually were really good.
The Nets.
The Nets is on the list.
yeah.
Y'all missing two.
Let's-
Both Eastern Conference.
The Magic.
Not the Magic. Orlando Magic. Not the Magic.
Dwight Howard finals runs, boy.
Yeah, they might have been bad for 2-3 years, but the Magic have been very consistently decent. Even with the Vooch era, at least they made the playoffs a couple of times, you know.
2 Eastern Conference teams, so we could do a single elimination. The Cavaliers had LeBron in that stretch; they won a lot. The Indiana Pacers have been solid.
Could it be the Bucks?
I know it ain't my Knicks.
Your Knicks is on the list.
That is insane.
That's crazy.
We
I
had
wouldn't
some
expect them to
downs.
Yeah.
So the Knicks, we got one last team, y'all. What about the we not the Nets, not the
Not the Raptors.
Nope.
nah, they won too much in the 2010s.
Come on, y'all almost there.
Oh, so we're in the right division.
Oh, well, I gave you the conference.
Eastern Conference, only 15 teams. No 76ers, no Bucks, no Bull. We're talking about the Bulls.
No Heat.
Cavaliers, Heat, Raptors, Celtics, Knicks,
Net. Always said
Y'all
Nets.
said every team except for the team.
Pacers.
Y'all said every other team. Unless I didn't hear you say it. I mean,
Who is it?
The Hawks.
the Atlanta Hawks.
Oh,
Oh, we did
yeah.
not say the Hawks.
The Atlanta Hawks.
That'd be crazy.
That's
when you
surprising
all-
to me about the Hawks because
When
remember
you-
the Hawks
yeah.
was
Last thing, because this is all together. How often does each MLB franchise make the postseason? This is the percentage of the seasons that they made the postseason. I'm not going to give you all 30 teams, obviously, but at the top, you got the New York Yankees, who have made the postseason 48% of the time. That's dope. Like, they've been together for a long time, a franchise for a long time. Very last, at 8.9%,
The White Sox.
the goddamn White Sox.
but one of the times we did make it, we won.
It was fun. All I'm saying, Jerry
Jerry.
Reinsdorf, bro. He has been just looking at the 2005 run for the White Sox in the 90s, and he's holding on to this franchise. I was watching a White Sox game the other day, and he was sitting in like one of the things, the booths or whatever,
Yeah.
by himself. I'm just like, bro, let it the fuck go. Free us of this turmoil. Sell all of your teams and enjoy. You're 86. Go enjoy.
goddamn bone of beef in there.
Beggar's Pizza.
Come on,
Come
man.
on, man.
Got rid of Connie's. Got rid of Connie's pizza.
We on your ass like a diaper.
Let's get into the plan, man.
Keep the daiquiris though.
I'm gonna get a sale. Please sell Jerry tattooed across my forehead, because that's the only way he.
No,
he
I
gonna
think you
see
should
it.
tattoo on your butt cheek.
I don't know if I have any more room on my butt cheek.
Damn, Mike face take up that much space.
All right, so let's get into Pelicans versus the Lakers. That is our first play-in game for today. Early start should be fun. Mike, I want you to open up. How are you feeling about this matchup? And we're gonna get into the foolishness that they may try to lose the game.
Bro, now first of all, I want to. This is not no crazy. I'm not gonna go on no long rant, but that I'm so tired of hearing that. Like maybe we should lose this game, maybe we should blow this game. First of all, why even take that chance? It just don't.
Anybody
make sense.
saying that is an idiot?
It just don't even make sense to me. Like I just never. I understand that like maybe you want to get the better series thing or whatever. Like you try to either 4 or 5 or 3. Don't even be in this one game scenario where we're gonna lose a game and be in literally a win or go home game that anything could happen. And second of all, I'm also tired of hearing about these teams that hit that like they're gonna make the plan. It's just like why they just finna go against Denver or OKC. They finna bro. It's
Why
literally just
anything
how
then,
it
right?
is.
Yeah,
bro.
why
Like,
anything, right?
It's just people that's just want to keep going on and just be miserable.
We shouldn't have playoffs then, right? We should just give
literally
the Nuggets
just
the
give them the championship if you don't even want no better.
I feel you on that. I cannot stand. I'm telling you, that's what make us sound old because it's only on social media and it's like
Yeah.
that damn Twitter.
Bro, I made a tweet this morning because we know that Giannis is probably not playing in game number 1. And I just said, unfortunate timing. This is the 5th year in a row where one of the major people in the Bucks is going to miss time. That's my only tweet. That's the only thing I said. I'm just saying that's a fact. There's 5 years in a row. Either Giannis has missed some time, Drew Holiday missed some time, Chris Middleton missed some time. Oh, my God. Well, the 76ers have gone through the same thing. Why you don't tweet about that?
Oh my God.
This is just fortunate timing because in 2021 when they won the championship, they went against inter team. It's just the basketball
You
guy.
can't say nothing.
Bro, it just it blows my mind
And
that a
we not
percentage
even
of y'all watch basketball that way. Giannis is one of the best players in the world, and the fact that we won't see him for at least a game just sucks.
Yeah.
And you know
It
what?
just sucks.
You know how you know it's annoying? Because none of us are people who really day to day give a damn about Twitter.
Yeah.
We've never been in a group chat like, man, I can't believe they said this. Hey, man,
Most of the time, I'm
D-Mills,
tweeting and
about to take a
I'm
cleanse
leaving
on
my
Twitter.
phone, or like I'm back on the game or some shit.
But it's just crazy. Like when you annoy people who don't get annoyed by Twitter, y'all doing y'all damn thing.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But to get to it though, I feel good about today. I think we mentioned it before. The series record is 3-1. So we've been playing them well. I think we do a really good job guarding Zion, who's kind of been their natural force so far.
Zia, what you call
Zambia.
But we do a good job holding Zion. Y'all gotta be saying we do a good job holding Zion. I do worry a little bit about giving up some 3-pointers to CJ McCollum. Is probably about as hot as they come in terms of like shooting the ball and everything like that. Herb Jones could hit some threes for him, and the defense is going to be there. So I think it's going to be a dogfight, but I think the Lakers, they're like in a really good spot right now.
Did you get a text yesterday from someone in the company asking about keys to the game?
Yeah.
What was your key in that?
Mine was to take advantage of the size. First of all, they don't have one person that can stand with Anthony Davis. I don't care if it's Valanciunas or Larry, whoever's out there. He could really go to work for them. And also LeBron. I mean, Herb Jones is a great defender, but LeBron will bully that. LeBron will go straight to his chest.
Yeah,
so
Herb Jones cannot guard LeBron James. Herb Jones is best guarding thinner wings or the fast, speedy guards. Mm-hmm. When he guards LeBron, they immediately switch it to in that game the other night, it was like Brandon Ingram got the assignment, and then when Brandon Ingram was off the floor, Dyson Daniels got the assignment, and LeBron James put his shoulder into Dyson Daniels one time, and Willie Green said, nuh-uh, switch that. They don't have a LeBron answer, and in the games they've played against each other, LeBron James is averaging 28 points per game, 11 assists. He's shooting 60% from three in the 4 games they played.
60% from three
60% from three on 4 attempts for LeBron. And 93% from the free throw line, which, LeBron's not a great free throw shooter.
For some reason against the Pels, I guess.
Against the Pels, he just...
You know what's crazy? The Zion is supposed to be able to guard him. The Zion we saw
just because
coming
the
out of Duke.
physicality.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But Zion foot speed, it might not be like laterally how you would want it to be in order to stay in front of LeBron. So I could see why they don't put him on there.
I feel like they get.
And there's also a lot.
Yeah,
trying
I
to
was gonna
guard
say
LeBron and then go
off.
full speed on offense. That's a lot. Because Zion's just such a relentless dude.
That's
when
what
you talking about
LeBron
getting
doing
down
to
here.
him.
LeBron's been doing it for so long.
The way they guard Zion might be the best in basketball.
Yeah, it is.
Well, you have LeBron and Anthony Davis on the
They
court.
really give him 7 feet of space.
Last year when we played them, you know who was guarding him?
Who's that?
Russell Westbrook. Gave his ass 5 foot of space. We got help at the rim.
And LeBron's so
And it's just
strong.
that I don't know why it worked though. It worked though, and I think it's just because literally we know we're gonna give cushion, and we got help at the rim. You make plays.
They
Right
were
there.
doing that dribble handoff at the top of the key, and the Lakers literally didn't care. It's like that's something that works a lot of the time for the Pelicans. Dribble handoff and let Zion get a full head of steam, get into the basket. When you 6 feet off, it doesn't matter because the guy setting the screen is Big Val, who only played like 7 minutes, or is Larry Nance, who we saw when we watched the game hit the fucking side of the backboard on the open 3-pointer. Like that's not something that you really worry about. So it's like, okay, if Zion want to get a full head of steam, he's getting a full head of steam against LeBron or Anthony Davis, and the Lakers don't foul. They just don't foul. They don't foul ever.
Yeah, and one thing the Lakers do
Is
they
get
get the
fouls.
free throw line.
Yes,
they get
they
the free
will.
throw line a lot. So that was one of my major keys for the Pelicans is just that they got to keep the Lakers off the free throw line. They got to find some way to defend well without fouling. I know it's hard to do when you got LeBron and Anthony Davis coming downhill, but you got to find a way to do it because that's their bread and butter is to get into the line. And Austin Reeves. Sometimes Austin Reeves has a superstar whistle. Like he literally would shoot like 10 plus free throws in a game. So if you can limit the free throw attempts, you can come out of this.
My thing for the Lakers is what Mike said as well. That's why I asked, because we might have the same keys. You got to limit them threes from the Pelicans. The Pelicans are a team that can beat you from 3 if you allow them to. And then for the Pelicans, I think you have to get Zion going early. You cannot let this be that thing where it's like, man, the Lakers guard you well. This is the time with the coaching staff. This is what you get paid for. You got to create some ways to get him going early, because if you can and you can draw that attention, he's going to open up for the threes. And I don't think you can win this game with a performance like the last time they played or the in-season tournament performance. He's got to get out and get going very early and have some confidence and put pressure on the Lakers, because 13 points for Zion is not beating the Lakers. Sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think what I said in that one for the Pelicans was buy into small ball, which feels like an oxymoron where you're going against the Lakers because they're such a big team. But they don't have...
You're not doing no size anyway.
Yeah, none of their bigs going to make you suffer.
I was thinking the same. Valanciunas, I don't know how much he's going to play.
He's almost unplayable.
I don't know how much he gonna
I
play.
rewatched that whole last game. 7 minutes before Willie Green said, sit your ass right here next to me. You cannot play today. And it was a lot of Larry Nance, and it was a lot of them playing extremely small. And that's when they went on their little run to somewhat make it interesting. But then again, it wasn't interesting because Val he can't bruise the way he can bruise against other people because Anthony Davis is one of the best defenders in basketball. And he doesn't have, I don't know if it's the mental fortitude or whatever it might be, to guard the Anthony Davis, LeBron James pick and roll. They just dominate Val. If Val is in the drop, LeBron James, like I mentioned, is shooting 60% from three against his team. You're going to play that drop? Well, it's LeBron James. He meticulously gets rid of every single defensive scheme you could potentially put against him. In that game, he set his record for most assists in the first half. He's been in the league for 20-plus years.
Yeah.
And he's still breaking records. In the game before that, they played against each other. He had 15 assists in that one. So, yeah, you might be playing drop or trying to make it tough for LeBron, but guess what he do? He trusts his teammates. And those teammates, since the All-Star break, have been on fire. It's Rui, it's D'Angelo, it's Austin. Everybody's hitting their shots right now. So you have to pick your poison, and picking your poison against the Lakers as of right now, it's still poison.
I think this is why they're one of the most dangerous teams in the league because of just how you just said, all the role players are just, they all clicked since the All-Star break. Rui even worked his way into the starting lineup again, and Austin Reeves started the season on the bench, and now he's back in the starting lineup. D'Lo, we've already seen him have these magical games where he's going off. So it's just, this is beautiful to see them all coming into fruition at the right time. I don't know what it is with Lakers teams where they take this, maybe like it's just LeBron James teams that typically post All-Star break, you just see a whole different team, especially even with the role players. It's just, I don't know. If they could just play this whole way throughout the season, they wouldn't be in this position.
Are we all picking Lakers to win this game?
Yeah.
So
I believe so.
What would the Pelicans have to do to win it? Because I mean, like,
you would have to have some crazy performance from Zion.
You
I
need,
think
I was with P with the crazy shooting performance.
So
I think that's what they're
Boom.
gonna need.
Boom. You got to have one of those days where it's just like, man, nothing we can do. They just making every three. Herb Jones got a couple threes. Alvarado done hit a three. Murphy got 3 threes. You know what I'm saying? CJ McCollum it got a 26-point performance. See, he was talking spicy to the Warriors.
He was.
Klay Thompson, I was busting your ass for 10 years.
and what did CJ say back?
No, CJ started it because CJ was like, post up again.
They were trying to post him up, and he was getting mad.
He was guarding. He like, post up again. Post up again. And Steph Curry walking to the bench like, okay. Like, yeah, I like this. And Klay turned around like, I've been busting your ass for 10 years.
Wow.
And I'm like, ooh.
That is crazy to say that you've been busting someone their ass for 10 straight years.
And it's been
Sound like
And
some
it's-
dude at the gym that they've been hooping every Saturday.
I think for the Pelicans to win this one, CJ has to unlock the half-court offense for everybody. And part of that is him getting himself going, so the Lakers have to guard him differently. He's the biggest X factor for this game to me.
Oh,
And
he's the biggest okay.
He's been on a tear recently, and they really need him to continue that because I think it opens up the game for Z.
You know how
if
we
he's a
talking
threat.
about like how they didn't have an all-star or whatever because they were all like around 20 points or so. I think that's honestly like the beauty of it. Obviously, when Brandon Ingram went down, Zion and CJ both went up to like 27 points per game. Like everybody went up, and obviously so, but like it showed that they have the talent to do so, but it's a little spread out. So I'm with you with the like Zion does have to get going. I think he's probably the most important part, but they do it as a team very well. So that's the thing I'm mostly worried about.
X Factor.
I think it's just Zion getting it going. I know he is the guy, but like for him to have these struggling performances against the Lakers, it is a little troubling. So if he can come out and just set the tone immediately, then I think that's the biggest X factor. Because then he opens up the three-point game so much if he is attacking downhill like that, to where like now he's now demanding 2 or 3 bodies to get his attention. Now you can't leave. So I just think that that's probably my biggest X factor.
I do want to see Z in the playoff series, though. We just still haven't had it. Now, the
And
good thing
ain't it
is,
possible to have a good game against the Lakers for him?
it's not.
It's not.
It's definitely not.
The way I've seen him slide his slippery ass, as Kyron would say, through people, just do it tonight.
In their one game, the one game they won.
I keep forgetting it's tonight. I cannot
is tonight,
believe
right?
it's tonight.
Yeah. In the one game they won against the Lakers, Z had 30. So it's definitely possible. And they probably
I think they
gonna need
won by
something
like over
that.
double digits too. Like
Yeah.
it was their way.
Yep.
They at home.
Even though they're one of the worst home teams in the playoffs. Y'all remember when Z got drafted?
Best road team in the NBA.
Yeah. Maybe they should have tried to get to the 8th seed so they could be on the road.
That is such a crazy flip.
Yeah.
Remember when Z got drafted? You
Z
said?
got drafted and he was injured, but they didn't tell nobody. So all them people bought season tickets just not to see
Oh,
Zion.
yeah.
Shit.
That's so crazy that they held that. But yeah, good luck to the Pelicans.
Speaking
man.
of drafted, did y'all see last night we got the Twin Towers?
Come on, man, stop playing.
Did y'all watch the draft?
Hell yeah.
I
I
didn't
watched
watch
until after Angel Reese got drafted.
So my new puppy is a girl. She watched it.
Avery did
I
too.
was like, "You watching this?" I joked with Dana like, "I'm finna put this on." She
Well, I
watch
love
this.
hearing about your pet though,
I know.
because that's just some pet. That's some pet owner ass
Do
shit.
you
'Cause
know
I
her
did-
name?
Huh?
Do you know her name?
You said it was something. Was it like a? It
It's
was like a
definitely
human
something.
name.
It was, but I changed
Yeah,
it.
It was gonna be Hillary, right?
Yeah, for Hillary because I love Fresh
Oh
Prince.
yeah,
It's my favorite basketball player of all time.
I like that name a lot better than Hillary
Penny?
for a dog.
Penny.
okay.
I like that
Penny.
name.
Yeah.
Penny was an interesting name. I like that.
Yeah.
Penny, yeah.
But
But
I
she
actually
was
like the
watching.
WNBA draft coverage.
Man,
Is really dope.
It was nice.
It was really dope. It's the first year they opened it up where people can buy tickets too.
Yeah.
So they had a live audience, which was dope.
Angel Reese got a lot of love.
Yes, she did.
A
And
lot
she
of
gonna
love.
keep getting a lot of love, man. We're going to Sky Games this season, man.
She was
Got
excited
to.
to be in Chicago too.
Got to. Y'all, you and Mike could have came with me and D Mills.
Yeah, I know. I forget why I didn't.
But
Oh,
yeah,
they weren't very good. That's what
Hey.
it was.
they was talking shit. Caitlin Clark to me had that shit on.
For sure.
No,
the
yeah,
Prada,
sure.
the Prada fit.
Yes.
Yeah.
They was talking. I think not everybody, but majority of the people that got drafted in the 9 picks that I saw had that shit on.
They had that shit on, bro.
Had that shit
Yeah,
You
on.
got
shit
to.
on.
On draft night, you got to put that shit on.
Yeah. And Paige Bueckers had that shit on
She
too.
had this shit on.
She had a full piece suit, like a 7-piece suit.
And I
She-
said on Twitter, like, look at my girl, she got that shit on. And somebody was like, she dressed like Tupac.
That's crazy. Definitely got that belly fit on. The next playing game tonight, we have Warriors versus Kings. Kings hosting it, which is a good thing. Like the beam, you know that for the fan base is crazy. Rabbit, how are we feeling about this one?
I think this is going to be one of the most exciting ones. I think this is going to be more exciting than the previous one because these two just have so much history. Like from the last year playoffs, Draymond stomping on Sabonis, and like there's like
I'm only laughing because it's still just
Draymond
funny
got a
that
storyline
happened.
with every team.
There's
bro.
like a little built-in rivalry here, and like I just love that. But not
What
having-
team can we not?
First of all, I don't even know if stomp is the right word used.
Bro,
'cause
he, like, jumped.
He Superman jumped off of his
Trampolined
chest
off
in
of
no
his
Is there a
exaggeration.
team in the West that we can't have this storyline with the Warriors?
That's a very
Every
good
team they
question.
play
Let's
is like,
see.
man, they got some history because remember Draymond got into it with him. Remember Draymond cussed the coach out on the way
It
to
could
the
have
locker
been the
room.
Timberwolves with Rudy.
Yes.
Well, current Jazz, he probably doesn't have anything with them.
Okay.
With all the young people on there.
Give us some time.
Not yet. Not yet. You don't got no people.
Give us some time. Are we sure him and John Collins haven't exchanged
Oh
words?
my God.
Him and
Him and John Collins, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe they have in the past.
I'm just gonna type in Draymond Green Jazz and see what pops up.
It's definitely gonna be him or him and Rudy.
It's definitely let's see.
him and Omer, you're 7. Just
Draymond Green, 23-5-5 versus the Jazz this
okay.
season.
Look what happened when you
was
ain't
that
fighting.
this year?
That was this season.
Damn.
That was this season. Oh, nothing's popping up.
Good call, Darrick.
Other than him strangling Rudy Gobert, but he's on the Wolves in this one.
Yeah.
But the Jazz fans
Uh-oh.
still remember
2
that.
years ago, Draymond Green is hyped, talking mad, SHIT. But they got the asterisk next in the eye because you can't say that on YouTube. He hit a half-court shot versus the Jazz 2 months ago. Stop playing with Draymond.
So it was more so like pumping himself up then.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
taking advantage of the younger kids. The younger team.
No, he's
I
not.
hope he's not. Please, Draymond.
He out there hooping against them. 23-5.
That reminded me of last night when I was
Oh, my
speaking
God.
about some restaurant by our old school. And Derek was like, yeah, this good. Got the kids right there.
He said, if you go around 3 o'clock, you see the high school kids. We like, whoa,
He
bro,
was
what are
talking
you
about. Who was
talking
he
about?
talking about? He was like, I like him because he's younger.
Yes.
I think he's talking about who the hell was
Oh,
it?
man.
I was just talking about this restaurant was getting good business because they next to a high school.
Derek, we know, but it's just how it came out, bro. It's just how it came out.
I typed in Draymond OKC. Draymond Green and Steph Curry wear cupcakes T-shirts to troll OKC Thunder, and then Kevin Durant came to the goddamn team a year later, like nothing happened.
That's just weird.
Yeah.
Kings, Warriors.
No Kevin Huerter, no Malik Monk kind of worries me.
Malik Monk is
so
like that's such a big
for me.
loss.
That's
Yeah.
why this could not be above Laker Pelicans because that just.
I still think it's gonna be very fun to watch though.
I
It
hope
should
so.
be.
Do you
it
think
should be.
Kevon Looney hasn't really played since January?
I
You don't think he
he's-
plays?
No, I think
Because
it's-
him and Sabonis, he's did a damn good job against Sabonis last year in the playoffs.
maybe, but I think Trace Jackson has really like solidified himself as like he's taking Looney's minutes like significantly.
Put Sabonis in a high pick and roll. like they did when Steph had 50 in a closeout game.
Yeah.
This should be over quickly.
You know what's funny? Until that point, until that game 7, I thought they did a pretty good job against the Warriors offense in that series. And then game 7 came around, and it was just like Steph Curry.
Bro, my
into
biggest thing, and like it's gonna keep going back to the keys for them, but mine was take care of the ball. You know, and like I said, it's
for the Warriors or for the
this is for the Kings.
Okay.
I feel like they have a lot of crazy turnovers to kind of end the game, and it even happened against the game against the Suns where they turned it over twice to end it out. But without Malik Monk, it's hard to envision it. Like when I think of a close game with these two teams, I'm thinking like it's Steph Curry and whoever's got it going, whether it be Klay Thompson, whoever, versus Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox. Obviously, the bonus there, but the main ball handlers usually are Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox down the stretch making the plays. So I'm interested to see if they can kind of keep it close.
When I watched that game 7 yesterday, or part of it, they was having a screen come as soon as Steph crossed half court. So if you can get that, that's how we like to do it on Pro-Am. If you just bring it super high, you get all that space to work with.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Darrick is right though. There is a chance of lightning in a bottle for the Kings. They are dynamic. You do have De'Aaron Fox. It's just hard to really say what you're relying on Keon Ellis.
Yeah, I think last time they played against each other was in January, and Keon Ellis wasn't really a part of the team. He didn't play at all. So now these teams are dramatically different, even though neither of these teams did really make any trades at the deadline.
Yeah.
But they, like the Warriors have found Trace Jackson-Davis, starting with Draymond, is pretty damn good. And then the Kings have found like Keon Ellis, this diamond in the rough. And his assignment is going to be chasing Steph Curry all game. And
don't get me wrong, King
ask.
fans. I like Keon Ellis. He was my sleeper in when he got drafted, but
The Kings are going to have to come out.
That's tough.
The Kings are going to have to come out and own the paint. De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis are going to have to really own the paint for this.
Or is Keegan Murray going to guard him?
I would probably.
That's a good question.
I'd
I think
probably
it's gonna
put
be
Keon
Keon
because
Ellis.
he's just more like agile.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I remember one of the times they played this year, Keegan Murray was guarding him 94 feet, Steph Curry. So
I'm not like a
against
hard
the
ass pass.
for real,
You
bro.
get beat, it's over. It's over.
They better call out every screen because I'm pressing out a full court and they send that hard screen. And you know,
That
Warriors, when
blind
they set the
screen.
screen, they putting a little oomph on it. You know,
Go ahead,
so-
call it the way it is. They
Yeah.
put a little umph in what that is.
Illegal
Foul.
screen. Draymond Green has do sometimes.
I seen Draymond stick the foot out one time for the screen. They ain't call it.
Where's the Kings? He might do more to just stick his foot out. What's the call? Are you taking home court advantage?
I'm going Warriors too.
It's just going to be hard without Malik Monk. You just need that extra guard to just provide that extra punch, and they don't really have that.
Yeah.
What's the chance of like a huge like De'Aaron goes for 50? Because I think that
I think it's
What?
unlikely.
50's a
points?
lie.
Because I feel like a lot of this game, they're going to just like blitz him a lot. They're going to double team him, make him see a lot of bodies.
Well, maybe
and pretty
fit-
much be like anybody but De'Aaron beat us.
okay,
Keegan, let's see what
50
you
was
on.
exaggerating, but we seen De'Aaron definitely go out for like them 35 to 40 point games. It's like
yeah.
he's kind of taking over. I think that's what they would probably need. Well, shit, they gonna need that to kind of get out of this.
Right now, the Warriors are a 2-point favorite in this game.
They need Keegan to guard him. And one thing I know about Keegan, he's not afraid.
You are crazy. You are
Oh, no.
crazy. Okay, let's take a second and hear from our sponsor. Then after that, we'll talk the other side of the play-in and talk some of the matchups that we already know.
Why should you bet with Caesars Sportsbook? 2 words, Caesars Rewards. Every bet brings you closer to the type of benefits only Caesars can offer. Hotel stays, VIP experiences, sports and concert tickets, and more. It's not just an app, it's an empire.
The Eastern Conference sees the 76ers hosting the Miami Heat
Who
on
did you
Wednesday.
have on
at
that
6.
last year? You ain't
I'll give
say.
you Warriors.
Okay.
Give me Warriors. Big Warrior guy. You know Chris Paul's my guy. You know I need to see him get a ring.
the playing
That
ring.
is, this is,
Hey.
is this your last hope?
No,
No, because he's gonna sign to the Lakers next season.
you know how he can see that?
on the minimum, right?
Yeah, of course.
That should have been your last 2K rebuild, getting Chris Paul.
Chris Paul the ring. That should have definitely been it. Or just say you bringing it back for this one circumstance.
Can't until Ronnie pays me out of his own money, not 2K's money. Ronnie needs to withdraw money from his account and send it my way for me to come back. 76ers versus Miami Heat. That's tomorrow at 6 o'clock Central Time. Winner of this one goes against your New York Knicks. Loser goes against the Bulls. Right? Okay, great.
You saying yeah to anything?
How we
Because
feeling
Bulls
about
are
this?
Hawks, and the Hawks kind of weak.
The Bulls kind of weak too. Don't sleep.
Both them teams.
Are
weak.
y'all gonna go?
Y'all going?
You don't want to go? Okay.
Mike don't want to do anything. By
I
the way,
see.
Mike don't want to do anything.
I was surprised he went to the courtside Clipper Bulls game, and he damn near wanted to leave at halftime. He like, P, you want to stay?
Nah, I was trying to get back in that tunnel so I get some food.
Hey, I'm gonna be real. I want to see the Heat. I want to get revenge, and I want to stay away from Joel Embiid. And like I said yesterday, this is when Jimmy Butler turned into that top 10 player. So I'm looking at the Heat, and I think they should be able to get this done.
So this is wishful thinking as a Knicks fan because you just don't want to see Joel.
No, yeah, real talk. I think we are going to face the Philadelphia 76ers. But as a Knicks fan, we ready. We'll take them. But obviously, you would want to face no shot at the Heat. But the 76ers are dangerous, man. Yeah. They are very dangerous. We seen when he came back for the last week or so, they almost avoided the play.
I mean, Joel was leading MVP before he went down. Basically.
If they had 2 more games, they would probably be a 6
Oh,
seed.
for sure,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think this is what makes them so dangerous is because they're not a 7th seed. They're literally a top 3 seed. They just unfortunately got injured. And now one of those top seeds now had to go against him early instead of having to wait a round or 2. And now you got to go out. And now you got to face a top 5 player in the league in the first round. That's unfortunate.
Is there any chance that the Heat can win this?
The Heat?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Because Jimmy Butler's shown that he can win you a game.
And because, I mean, they've guarded Joel Embiid relatively well in his career.
Yeah, and they're a top 5 defense.
Yeah, like Spoelstra's going to muck it up
oh, for sure.
for Joel Embiid.
He does it every year.
So it's definitely a chance. I would definitely take the 76ers to win this one. The 76ers are 30-7 when Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid play together, which is a crazy stat to even think about. And we're already seeing them look better. Like Joel Embiid, in my opinion, in the games he's played, of course, hasn't looked 100%, but he's looked 70.
I would say he doesn't look bad. He just looks out of shape. Like he looks tired.
That
like
ankle
the
thing-
rhythm in the bag is still there.
That ankle twist, I did not like to
It was
see.
scary.
Yeah.
That was scary.
We might as well just keep going back to them keys thing because I feel like
Yeah,
a lot
go
of
ahead.
this kind of correlates. One of my keys was them for just kind of like, if you can take care of this game and make it easy for JoJo. Don't have him have to go crazy and like he has to do all this. He has to drop 40 or whatever to get out this game. Like y'all basically, like you said, a top 2, top 3 seed. Unfortunately, Joel was hurt. Take care of business and get to the play. Like y'all are a legit playoff team. You
Don't
know?
let Nikola Jovic beat you. He will.
I wonder who's starting for the Heat. If the reports are right and that,
Rozier's probably not going to be there, right?
I'm gonna double check. I
Because
thought
Rozier hasn't played.
He didn't play last game.
Yeah, he hasn't played the rest of the last few games, but I think he's questionable.
So you got Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo.
it hasn't updated. It said he's out, but they were talking about the last game. So Kevin Love is probably gonna be back. Duncan Robinson has a chance to be back. Josh Richardson is done. He's not coming back this whole season. But I don't know. They have so many
Caleb Martin.
different lineup orchestrations
they're
they can
probably-
really go into.
Well, if Rozier's
I think they
not
fit
there,
Caleb back in the start lineup.
Jovic off the bench.
He just got so
I don't
many
know. Jovic
options.
has been pretty solid as a starter.
If Terry Rozier is not playing,
Then
then
you got to start Tyler Hero.
I just don't love their chances without Rozier. Just don't.
Yeah, because offensively, this is a team that already struggles to score. But maybe just having Tyler Hero back is enough.
Like they just played last week, right? And we watched that game on playback
Yeah.
when they
We
just
did.
played.
That was the ankle injury, right?
No, that was against the Magic.
The Thunder.
No, that was a Magic game.
Oh, okay.
But the game I'm referring to, that's when Jimmy Butler was fumbling in the fourth quarter. We
Yeah.
like, what
Yeah,
the hell
yes.
are you doing, Jimmy?
Yes.
But I wanted everything in my power to say, like, 76ers should to take care of business. But I do have to, like, think about history a little bit. I know it's not the same exact Heat team, and the man has turned into a top 10 player 3 of the last 3
Come on now.
playoff years.
He should be able to do this.
He
If he
should
don't,
be.
I'm gonna criticize him.
I think it's funny we ain't mentioned Bam crazy. Like Bam felt like we know what Bam gonna do defensively, but we know it's kind of like Jimmy's turn when it's like this type of level.
I'm just excited to see that that Joel and Bam matchup. I know Bam is one hell of a defender, but we know Joel averaged 35. So I'm very interested to see this matchup. I think it's going to be very fun. Hopefully Bam can stay out of foul trouble because we know Joel's notorious for getting to the line. And it's just going to be very fun to see all the action.
Breaking news.
I ain't rooting for the Miami Heat.
Is it
I want to
about
make
Giannis?
that clear.
6-time All-Star Blake Griffin announced his retirement from the NBA on Instagram.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's official. You know, he ain't
Okay.
played
He
this
ain't played this year.
But it's official. He sent the paperwork in. That's what this
Yeah.
means.
I vividly remember when Nana moved, and but yeah, I think y'all all still live together in that little gated place.
Mm-hmm.
I vividly remember being
In Gilwood.
in your room watching Blake Griffin Oklahoma highlights on the iPod,
Little ass iPod.
and now he's retired.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a story like that for everybody, y'all. I know they in the comments.
That's what
6-time
my-
All-Star,
My
5-time
mind was on
All-NBA.
is like just another player we kind of like grew up watching that he just
Goes right into the
he
dust.
retired.
That was 14 years
Another one
ago
bites
when he
the
came
dust.
into the league.
No, I said another one goes right into the dust
Oh.
because I don't know if Blake Griffin is a Hall of Famer, unfortunately.
Yeah, 5-time All-NBA is pretty damn good.
It's just sad that he had to deal with so many injuries. It's just
He was
how
amazing.
good, how
Yeah.
good could he have been if
Dude,
he was
that-
already that good?
That first year Blake,
Man,
he's a
All-Star.
second year rookie, whatever, but All-Star.
I still remember the poster on Pau Gasol.
Oh, he had a few of those. He called Powell a few times.
Kendrick Perkins, Timothy Mozgov.
Oh,
50-point game the first week of being a Detroit Piston. Come on, man.
Single on one leg, still in the game versus the Bucks.
What's next for him? Is he just gonna do some stand-up, go on tour as a stand-up comedian or something?
Definitely.
Do some podcast appearances?
Probably.
End up
True.
on the Fallon show or something?
Make some more babies.
You're crazy. You are so crazy. Who are y'all taking?
Blake.
He's so crazy, like Martin.
You so crazy. Hey, Blake, all jokes aside, and that's one thing I like about Blake. I can say something like that and he would probably laugh.
I don't know, bro.
What? You can come sit right here. We are all very big fans of you, as you can tell. I've watched you for a very, very long time. You and your brother Taylor. Y'all remember Taylor Griffin?
Yep.
No,
What college
Never
you went to?
sound-
What
ring a
col-
bell.
What college you went to?
I don't know.
Oklahoma.
I never.
Okay.
Oklahoma.
Usually when it's the brothers, they go to the same school.
Good stuff. Yes.
When I used to host a show called The Real for the people at home, it was like a highlight show, and Blake Griffin was on it. And I don't know if y'all remember, I used to help create the run of show,
Yeah.
but there were specific things that they needed me to ask. And there was one question, and it was about when Steve Ballmer lied to him, saying that we gonna have you back. You know, they did the full thing, your name go be retired, and then 3 months later they traded him. I did not want to ask this man this question. Our interview was going so fucking great. And then I asked that question, he went cold for the rest of the interview.
Oh, wow.
And I was so pissed at our producers.
Who
It's
was
like-
the producer?
Well, it wasn't her. So maybe I wasn't
Was
pissed
it
at her.
Jack Timlin?
No. But it was like because she was doing her job,
Yeah.
right? They were looking for a clip.
Yes.
We were working for a company that clips were the most important thing. It's a house of highlights, you know?
That's why you can't be clip hungry in this game. You
And
have
the
to
whole-
have integrity.
I ended the interview early because he didn't give us anything else after that question.
When you say he went cold, talk to me. What does that
we
mean?
like before he was making jokes, he was answering the questions in like full sentences, paragraphs.
I know it's gonna be hard because this was years ago. I remember this. It's like on Zoom.
This is Zoom era, yeah.
Can you try to give us the best exact way you asked it?
I don't remember. I wonder if it's still on YouTube.
Do you even remember how you slipped it in? Because
What?
I feel
So
you.
I just picture his face just going from like a big smile to just like stale
So
immediately.
the highlight, because remember, it's a highlight series. Oh, it is still on YouTube. So y'all can watch it and see exactly what I mean. It's got 500,000 viewers. Shout out to the guys. The highlight that was attached to it, I don't know if y'all remember, he was his first game back and he was warming up. And Steve Ballmer tried to come say, hey, and
Yes,
he ran to
yes,
the tunnel.
Yes.
So that was a highlight that we used. And the question was about his relationship with Steve or something along those lines. And he just gave me like a good old fashioned, oh, I'm just happy to be a Detroit Piston. You know what I'm saying? All of that doesn't really
Next
matter.
question, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think the very next highlight was him jumping over a goddamn Kia And it was nothing. It was he didn't even give me the story that he gave everybody else. Oh, I didn't want to jump over Kia, but it was a sponsorship of the league. Like, he's told that story 100 times. We kind of wanted that clip too, so we could repost it. Didn't even tell us a story.
What did he say?
I don't remember. It was 3 years ago, but the video is on YouTube if y'all want to watch to see the whole thing shift.
One person watch it, and y'all just send it to each other in the community.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't send another 500,000 over there to get it a million.
Yeah.
But no, Blake Griffin, we're big fans of you. We will not have you come on this couch to get clips. I promise you that.
But I will be asking you interesting questions.
Absolutely. And we will clip it, but it won't be
We're not fishing for clips.
Yes, we're not fishing for clips. And hey, I just want to add you to the list of all of the fucking signed jerseys that I've been promised and I haven't gotten one. Derrick Rose, you're number 1 on the list. Isaiah Thomas. You know?
You still ain't got your shoes from Spencer.
Don't want them. Don't want them no more.
He said he got mine next time I'm in LA.
Because he was sitting there, what I got to lie for? What did you have to lie for about these damn shoes?
Talk about what I got to lie for. You don't think I was being Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving in a one-on-one?
He was so guilty that I'm starting to think he wasn't
like,
winning.
bro, we get you. You be winning.
Nobody questioned whether he was losing or not. He was just like, we was like, oh, damn, okay. I was like, for real? Okay. He's like, what I got to lie for? But I feel you on having to ask a question. I haven't had to ask anything serious, but I had to ask him them dumbass questions, and I put it on you. When you by yourself, you ain't got nobody to put it on.
Yeah.
I wish you was by yourself.
He said my big man did have these questions for you lined up, by the way, if you just
I would have
wondering.
found a way to put it on. Now, Blake, I really don't give a damn about gossip, but my producer does. So,
yeah, Blake, it's in my notes. I have to ask you this, so let's get into it.
I'm a former hooper. I know what it is to be on some F the ops. But since I'm with these suburban Knights, that's I'm just joking. Shout out to Blake though, incredible career. I think you would have had a championship if you wasn't next to 3. And
that's crazy.
I'm just playing.
That's crazy.
I'm just playing. Shout out to Blake, man.
The Masters viewership was down 20% this year.
You know why?
No,
because they knew Scottie Scheffler was gonna handle BI.
Yeah, I should have put my money on Scottie Scheffler. He was such the favorite. I was like, is it worth putting $10 in, $100 in? I did, but I went for somebody else.
Who?
Max Homa. And he ended
That's
up
not
like
a bad
third.
pick. That wasn't a bad pick.
So
it wasn't a bad pick.
Shout out to him. The last playing game is Bulls
Did y'all
versus
give
Hawks.
y'all input on that series?
I said 76ers.
I got Sixers in this.
Are we just going to be uniform in every game? Like, we all voted.
Hopefully not this last one.
Bulls versus Hawks. Do we need to, like...
Oh, no.
This team is losing to whatever team loses in the 7-8. Right?
Remember, the Bulls played the Heat well last year.
They did, but it just took a Max Strus miracle for them.
They don't have Max Strus no more.
They don't.
This year is going to be Hayward Highsmith.
It's probably going to be Hayward Highsmith.
Or Jovic.
It might be Jovic.
Don't get me excited.
Let's spend a couple minutes talking about it because it is basketball.
This is a battle of pace. Like, the Atlanta Hawks are one of the fastest teams, whereas, like, the Bulls are one of the slowest teams in the NBA. So I think whichever team could dictate and control the pace of this game is probably going to win it.
That's the same thing. That was one of the keys I sent was, like, the Bulls should keep this slow. Don't let them have you play unorthodox. Don't let them play you have you play some style that you're not used to. I think when you play slow, you are able to maximize every single possession that you have. And if the Bulls do that, I think it gives them significant higher chance of winning because DeMar DeRozan can have a game for them.
We might have all had the same keys for that one.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all kind of dealing with pace, but I was like, especially with Atlanta being one of the faster tempo teams and getting the shots up, win the transition battle offensively and defensively. So obviously that means getting back and limiting them, but also the Bulls do a really good job at getting steals and getting out of transition themselves. So.
Yeah, should be a fun game though. As long as Ayo Dosunmu plays, I feel really good about it.
Where your Ayo jersey at?
Unless I get one for free, I'm not having an Ayo Dosunmu jersey.
I'm really hoping Ayo does play.
Or if he makes an All-Star, get a jersey.
Hey, real talk, and I want somebody from the community to clip this, blast this everywhere. Okay, social media, Reddit, wherever. Why the hell am I buying jerseys?
Wait, what?
Why am I buying jerseys?
What does that mean?
All the love I show players early on, college, high school. Why am I ever buying jerseys? Seriously. Why did I ever have to buy white chocolate owes me a jersey? He told me he was gonna send me a signed jersey out of his closet.
Now you got to buy one.
We did work with white chocolate?
I did it by myself.
Okay, I'm like, I do not remember meeting that
I went on
man.
his podcast.
Oh, okay, word.
And they asked me to be a regular, but I couldn't do it because the last company we worked with,
Hit him,
still,
hit him back up.
I ain't got the time now. And he never sent me my jersey. But I'll support these guys. So that's what I
We
mean.
still didn't get the Derrick Rose jersey. Or maybe we did. We never know.
Derrick, Anwar, if we got them jerseys,
Anwar got all 5 of them in his
I
room.
promise you I will pull up and get his man a wedgie and record it. Derrick Rose, white chocolate, Isaiah Thomas. There was somebody else I already forgot.
The Isaiah Thomas one we were supposed to do in person.
Yeah,
the jersey
You're supposed
swap.
to do a jersey swap.
We'll see him in the finals.
Jamal Crawford. I didn't ask him for one,
You so
but I feel
funny,
like he
bro.
should give me one.
No, because Jamal is my boy. Y'all saw what he said the other day?
What?
Yeah, about people who speak on the NBA and not. And somebody in the comments was like, Jamal, I got a good counterpoint to it. Look at Gilbert Arenas. Look at Gilbert Arenas and his panel.
For
Wait,
y'all
what
that
do
don't
you-
know, he
yeah, what do-
basically said that the basketball is the only sport where people that have never played it can have an opinion, basically. Like, bro, you've been on our show. What the hell? And like, you enjoyed yourself.
I don't think he meant us though. He was talking about somebody directly that we don't know that pissed him off. Because I do the same thing. I'm on here. I didn't play in the NBA, but I do look at people. Sometimes I see people say some stuff, and I be like, "That's because Skip ain't really hoop like that before." All love. Skip,
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
I be feel that
I feel like
too.
when they do talk like that, they primarily are talking about Skip.
Damn.
You know what's crazy? Skip might have hoop.
Skip played
He-
varsity
high
ball.
school, yeah.
He
But he
played
averaged like
higher
2
level hoops than you.
He averaged like 2 points a game.
He made the
played-
roster.
You didn't make the
did.
roster.
I didn't.
And you went to Hinsdale South. It ain't like it was a juggernaut high school. Skip might have been in them trenches, boy. To a school that was all
2.6
You let
steals.
you let a mother named Matt play over you.
Uh-oh.
What was
Skip
Max?
with a butt. I said Matt. I ain't gonna say full government. I don't need to say full
I thought you
government.
said Max at first. I heard
I don't
Max.
want to say full governments.
No, I know.
We're gonna have our fans all on Facebook.
Y'all never subscribe to that. Because I get the lowest level of basketball playing ability. I can't subscribe to that. Because you know what, there are certain things that I will never be able to say, like relate to, or like I always give
You don't know what it's like to be in the locker room with the boys.
yes, I guess. But like I always take former players' opinion a little bit higher than face value. But then we also get like the Gilbert Arenas shit. It's like, okay, you brought it back down to
What
earth.
former players are you saying you take it higher? Like when Shaq's talking about other bigs, are you looking at that differently?
No, I don't think Shaq is watching much basketball. I think he shows up to work, shoots, does his job, and then
JJ
that's what he
Redick
does.
is who he's talking about.
JJ's one of those guys.
JJ's a phenomenal.
But I tell that
Jamal's
to people.
really good too.
I tell that
I
to
think he
people
is
all the
too.
time. Media, it shows you that there is a such thing as being a really good basketball player and being a dumbass basketball mind. There are some guys who I've seen do crazy shit on the basketball court, and I've seen them talk about it, and I'd be like, bro, you are all athleticism. Like there are some guys,
All
seriously.
athleticism and instinct.
I'm like, there's no way. Like, dog, you really made the NBA and you don't know shit. You don't know a damn thing about it. There's a lot of guys that are like that. There's no knock on them.
Yeah.
But it's like they just are athletically gifted and was 6'7" and could jump out of the gym. But man, you tell them how are they supposed to beat a zone? They like, I don't know. But shit, they go out there and they like throw that motherfucker up and I'm like,
It's also like we see former players go into not even media, go into like front office jobs.
Yeah.
Or
James
go into
Jones.
coaching and be like, damn, this motherfucker not as good as we.
Like Steve Nash when he was coaching
But I
Brooklyn.
think give Steve Nash one more chance, man. He had a real weird situation where
He did.
they looked at him as a peer. Like he was one of the guys. You know, I want to see him as a head
maybe
coach.
that's because that's how he presented himself.
Maybe.
Remember Jason Kidd literally retired into coaching. He
Yeah.
was hooping and was like, I could coach them. I retired then.
Yeah.
And he demanded his respect from Darren Williams and Joe Johnson, and he ended up coaching Kevin Garnett and them. And so I guess it's how all your approach. But I do agree. I think Steve Nash should get a second chance. And
Yeah, and his situation was just weird. Kyrie wasn't playing. James Harden was hurt, and
I think that's why
It
some
was-
of the best coaches are like these average weak motherfuckers. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Like Kevin Garnett ain't retiring. Was like, I'm a head coach of the Celtics now. It's
Imagine
all-
doing a coaching interview and you just hear Lord.
Right,
Like, damn,
Get back,
KG.
Lord. But then you see the people who was like, I'm not calling them weak, but like Monty Williams wasn't an all-star. or
Willie
nothing.
Green.
Willie Green.
You know, like I saw a TikTok the other day of people asking baseball players what current player will make a phenomenal manager.
They were saying people that don't
They were
play.
saying Martin Maldonado.
Oh, okay. plays for the White Sox now.
Yeah.
A lot of people say Rondo would be a good NBA coach.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hear that a
But
lot.
Rondo is actually very good. So
Just some of those people just
Well, some
think
of
the
them are
game.
gonna be good. Like Chauncey
Yeah, yeah.
Billups, he was a good player. But
Right.
Tyronn Lue,
Tyronn Lue.
you usually have like the Tyronn Lue.
but there are people who question Chauncey's coaching.
Jock Vaughn.
Jack Vaughn's a good one.
Oh,
Jack Vaughn's
yeah.
a very good one. Hey, back to the series or this game.
I can name some guys that you probably didn't know was even played basketball. Quinn Snyder.
W's a
Duke.
dookie. See, I ain't know that. Y'all got to get back into them trenches.
I knew that.
The basketball what's that book called?
Encyclopedia?
No, but we'll take that for today. Who are you taking in this game? Atlanta Hawks or Bulls?
Can I just flip a coin up?
Sure.
Because that's how I feel about this series. But honestly, I'll probably go. I'll go Bulls. I'll take the Bulls in this one. I don't know, bro. It really could go either way. It really could go either way because the Hawks, they could put up points and, DeJounte Murray, Trae Young could have a game, but I think the Bulls are a little bit more like solid.
I can agree with that. I would go Bulls.
I'll go Bulls.
Yeah, I was going Chicago anyway.
Damn. So all 4 playing
I'm going
games.
Hawks now.
Okay,
I'm going
word.
Hawks.
All right.
Go
Lame
Trae
ass
Young.
Go Trae Young.
Go
Go
Trae
Trae Young.
Y'all know that was one of my first jerseys I bought was that Trae Young one.
You know who my first jersey
for real?
was?
Yeah.
Mike Conley.
Mine
Y'all
was-
remember I
It
had
might
that
have been
Mike
that-
Conley?
No.
When we played against RDC the first time, I was hooping in a goddamn Mike Conley shirt.
I remember that.
Yes, you
it
had
was
the
the
little
Grizzlies.
fro.
It was
Yeah.
the Grizzlies one with
Yes,
the dark blue.
the dark blue, yeah.
And
I
I'm
think
looking
I
at
had-
myself, somebody put up a fake ass mixtape of me hooping. I'm like, bro, I really went to hoop with a Mike Conley shirt.
And you know what's
on.
crazy? Nobody said nothing.
No, it was just fine. It
Nobody
was just
said-
cool.
Hey, I had a lot of jerseys over the years. I remember I had the raw ass Steph Curry one. Bro. It was like the one. Obviously, it's a jersey, so it's got the sleeves, but it was trying to mimic like the Warriors black sleeves one. It had Curry on the back, and I remember I left it at the YMCA.
I never seen you wear that one.
Because you remember,
I had a Dwight Howard one.
I remember that too.
Let's
I
bring
remember you wore
jerseys
that in
back,
school.
man.
Yeah.
As adults, let's rock jerseys.
I remember because you remember
I'm pretty sure
the
you probably still
YMCA in the
playing with
morning, they'll
champs.
be like, Team 1 wear white, other team got
Yes,
black.
yes,
And I took my
yes.
black shirt off and I put on white when I left it there.
Damn.
So I ain't never see it again.
That's when
Damn.
Dave used to be up there.
Yeah, they be like, don't mess them up too bad. You got to cut your hand
I
30
had,
minutes.
I had a Kobe one, but I wore this backpack. I had like a temporary backpack that like my mom had, but I didn't have one for the new year. And it was like these gel things on the shoulder, and it bust.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
it
know
got
what
on
you're
my
talking about.
shoulder, and it was red, and it never came out. And like I never felt like
Do you
I
remember
could wear it again.
the school candies with like the Kevin Durant
Yeah,
song?
yeah,
Yeah,
You might have to bring
yeah.
those back.
Blake Griffin just
Ah.
retired, Darrick.
He
Blake
had
Griffin just retired,
He had the
Darrick.
Blake Griffin ones?
No,
No.
the story? Never mind.
No, I need to hear it. No.
We always talked about it 100 times on the show.
It's a big family. If we talked about it 100 times, I need to hear it.
Derek bought a nice young lady a pair of those, and they were Blake Griffin, weren't they?
Yeah.
Why
like
do
Blake
I
Griffin?
remember
Yeah.
that detail?
I remember her. I remember
I
her.
know that young lady ain't who I think it is. Do I know her?
No.
Did
Okay.
you go to B-Dubs with us that one day?
No.
No.
So you don't know her.
She got a different pair.
Oh, so you was just giving skull candies out to everybody.
Did you have a pair of your own?
No. I had a pair of the plain ones. Mine was just black.
So he had
He got the premium
the
for the
skull
women.
candies that's not skull candies, but he just handed them out. And it's not like
Wait, you gave multiple skull
That was
candies?
just 2 pair.
Just is a lot.
How old
Just
were
2
you?
is a lot.
Senior, junior.
Yeah, but it's trying to pay for some cooch.
Wait, I thought it was only that one. So what was the other pair you
He
gave?
said it ain't tricking
Kevin
if you
Durant.
got it.
Kevin
I
Durant.
thought John had a pair of KDs, but I mean, obviously, could be it.
Yo, and it's
There's
so
more
funny.
than one. What?
I remember, this is how I remember Skull Candy. My mom got me some. And they was cool, but I ain't really, because I was so dead set on beats. And that shit blew my mom. My mom like, those some good headphones. You act like it, because it ain't Beats by
Yeah,
Dre.
they got the B on it. Yeah, that's so funny how school be working.
The
It's
Beats
like
had monopoly on high schoolers.
Bro,
It was like
yeah.
Beats
yes,
or nothing.
bro. It's just like
Then I-
iPhone and Beats.
I ended up getting the Beats. And bro, they was nothing, bro.
Yeah, Beats are kind of trash. I know
Yeah,
now
it's
they
not
kind of
that.
changed it, so it might be better now.
No. They got worse after Dr. Dre sold it.
Really?
I like the ones that I have. They
'Cause they
noise
were
cancel.
good
They
back
never
then.
playing. They real good.
It was the quality of them dropped significantly
Bro,
after Dr.
I
Dre.
remember like the
Sony's
first time I
noise
put some
canceling ones are
on.
perfect.
We was like during basketball season. I remember Matt had a pair, And Matt had some money, so this one like the little $100 pairs you
There's
get.
the big fat ones.
Them motherfuckers.
Yeah, the
this shit
studio
felt like a
ones.
studio. So it's like, oh
Yeah.
Then I got the regular ones. I'm like, this bitch is weak.
For real, I had the solos. And
Nah,
then I
the
had
studio ones, they sounded like
they
you
were
in
bulky.
there.
And then they had
too.
the stereo ones that were like real
Yeah.
big.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I only really wear my Beats on a plane now.
Yeah. I recommend them Sonys, bro. Them
I think I'm
Sonys,
gonna
you
get
hit that
some.
button, you can't hear shit. Perfect for a flight. Perfect. Let's talk about some of the series that we already know are going on. Last day of the season, there was one team that I want to give loser of the day to, and it's the Cleveland Cavaliers. Because they are trying to play the basketball gods, and they lost the game on purpose in order to get the 4-5 matchup versus the Orlando Magic. And I personally hate that for them. Because they decided that it was more important for them to win a playoff series than to have home court advantage in the first round, potentially home court advantage in the second round, and to potentially go on a big run. Because let's be honest, the people in that 4-5 are getting their ass spanked by the Celtics more likely than not.
Yeah.
So they just want to say, hey, with Donovan Mitchell, we did get out of that first round. We were better this season than we were last year. And I hate that mindset. Tom Thibodeau did the exact opposite. He had an opportunity to avoid the 76ers and play against the Pacers in the first round. He said, no, Dante DiVincenzo, go play 50 minutes against the Bulls right
52.
now. 52 minutes against the Bulls right
That
now.
is crazy to think that your 82nd game of the season, you played 52
52 minutes. Now, the
minutes.
good thing is that Dante gets a week off before he
Yeah.
actually play basketball again. But I hate the idea of like, we're going to purposefully lose to get a worse team, but that sets us up and limits our ceiling. This dramatically limits their ceiling because if they win that first round against Orlando, and that's not no guarantee because Orlando's a
I
really
was
good
about
team.
to say,
Yeah.
If
Orlando's
they win
still
that,
really good.
you got to go against the Celtics in the second round, the most dominant team in basketball.
Maybe they trust their odds.
No, they don't. They wouldn't
No.
even take. They wouldn't even take if it was. Or they wouldn't even just gave up that last game. If
This
they
sets you up
believed.
big time because if you did all of this and then the Magic go out to beat you,
Yeah.
bro,
Somebody getting fired. Some people probably getting traded.
Donovan Mitchell is not returning.
It was a lot for them to go out there and say, hey, Pete Nance, Isaiah Mobley, come play this whole fourth quarter. And they needed what? Amari Bailey? Amari Bailey hit some big ass shots. Like they tried to lose on purpose and damn, they didn't even lose, which is the funny part. But I hated it for them. And hell, if they win that first round series, they might pat themselves in the back and say, hey, we did it. We got better than we were last year. But we know that was like fool's gold to me.
Ducking the smoke.
Yeah, I hate that. That's why I hate the idea of the Lakers potentially doing it too, because ball is what it is. And
At
trying
least-
to play the system is not the right way.
Well, at least for the Lakers, I mean, not for the Lakers, for the Cavs' sake, at least they're a lock to be in the playoffs. The Lakers can't afford to gamble with that and end up now losing 2 games in a row and now they ass
What if
out.
the Cavs going to run? Would you bite your words, Kevin?
For sure. Hell yeah. If you beat the Celtics in the first round, I will
Second
come
round.
second round. I will come on here with a full Cleveland Cavaliers outfit. A jersey, the real shorts.
No,
Hell,
that-
I'll buy some Donovan Mitchells.
No, you got to wear a jersey.
Jersey?
No, the jersey because it's more expensive. You make
And
it pay
I want
for
him to
it.
show his arms like you when you went to go.
So
meet
no
the-
undershirt. I will do that if you beat the Celtics in the second round. But
Jonathan Isaac.
I feel
Oh, no, it's
really
the
good.
Cavs.
I
It's
feel
the-
really good about not having to do that.
Imani, wear Imani Bates jersey.
So, me and him both weigh 130. So
Where is his little jersey? It's gonna be extra long on you though.
So yeah, these are the series that we know. We know that the Milwaukee Bucks are playing against the Indiana Pacers. So let's talk about that for a second because we found out that Giannis is going to miss some time in the series. Is it one game? Is it 2? Is it more? How are y'all seeing this one, man? Because
Based off last year, I got PTSD.
That's kind of how I felt too, especially with him missing those few games against the Heat. You could definitely tell that was a big determining factor. And just throughout the regular, Giannis averaged 44 points per game against the Pacers this year.
he did have that 60
And-
ball in there, yeah.
And then, but Tyrese Halliburton on the flip side is averaging almost 30 points and 11 assists against them. So not having Giannis is going to be big, especially when you know Tyrese Halliburton is going to bring that work against them. And I just think you don't want to lose game 1 and have to go back to Indiana and have to steal. So it just puts a lot of pressure on Dame, Bobby. A lot of your role players now had to come in and step up and play at a higher level.
It's been so long since they played against each other. Pascal wasn't on the team
Wasn't it since the play-in? Yeah, Pascal was not on the
in
team.
season.
In season.
Adrian
Yeah,
Griffin
in
was
season.
still the coach. Like they haven't played against
Yeah.
each other under Doc.
My prediction is the Pacers win game 1.
I think so too. You got to smell blood in the water and you got to come out and be hungry.
The Pacers dominated them just based on them being a fast-ass team,
Yes.
transition team. And the transition defense has been better under Doc, so maybe that's one of the determining factors in all of this. But I could definitely see the Pacers coming out there and winning that game, man. Because I mentioned this about a month ago. They've been playing good defense. They're like 15th in the league in defense the last
And
2
not
months.
having to guard that dude, you're going to look a lot better on defense.
Well, not guarding Giannis.
Yes.
It is time,
Yeah,
Dame.
and,
It's time, bro. This is why they trade for you.
Yeah.
For you to
No,
carry the
KD.
load.
No.
No.
For you to carry the
No,
load in
KD.
the 2 game. Yes, this
No,
is.
they don't trade for Dame for him to.
Well, no, this is one of the reasons
Oh,
they
okay,
trade
for
for
sure,
Dame.
for sure.
Because we've seen with Dame and no
Because I'm
Giannis,
going to say, boy,
they've
y'all
been-
said Dame up there.
they've been relatively successful. What is it, 8-1?
Yeah.
Like they've been good without him, and they need that to continue to hold it down because you can't afford to go be down 0-2 in any series.
They ain't walking into that locker room like, bro, I left Portland to not do this.
But this is my question to y'all. This team without Giannis, so this is Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis, so on. Is that better than his previous teams with Portland?
Yeah, he has more spacing. Like when you look at those teams, you look at Amino and Mo Harkless, and you think, okay, no wonder the Warriors just said, hey, CJ and Dame, y'all gonna see 2 bodies every time y'all touch the ball, and we just gonna let Amino and Mo Harkless shoot.
Them dudes was helping them defensively though.
Yeah,
I'm
they
going
were,
with the
but
Blazers just because we've only seen a handful of games, and that these teams are orchestrated around Giannis Antetokounmpo. Those Blazer teams had way more than the sample size of success, and they were really catered around them.
Yeah, I just still think this team has more like seasoned vets who are more like skilled. Like Chris Middleton is a way more skilled player to have next to him.
So you're going
He's
off.
never-
You're going off just with what Chris Middleton has been, but he ain't done shit this year.
But post All-Star break, Chris Middleton's been pretty
No,
good.
yeah. Let me not say he ain't
Yeah.
done shit. I mean, like this ain't Chris Middleton.
No, yeah. He hasn't been All-Star Chris Middleton, no. But I think he's still better than whatever wings that Dame had in Portland.
What about you, Mike?
Player for player, yes.
Yes.
But as far as
Is-
supporting
is-
Damian Lillard,
Which team is better?
we haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Because it's only been like a handful of
And then
games.
him and Bobby Portis, they little pick and roll, pick and
I
pop
like that.
game. It's always really nice.
Not, I think the Brook Lopez thing, I'm kind of ill on that because healthy Nurkic was nice.
Yeah, healthy Nurkic was nice. It's
Ah.
close though.
It's hard for me to compare because again, we only be basing this off of a handful of games versus those teams that, yeah, player for player, Chris Middleton is better than Minus and all of those guys, but that shit worked. They was winning.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go Blazer with this because honestly, the games that I have watched with the Bucks and it's only been Dame, I just haven't loved it, you know. So and I think that's the main thing for me is the Blazers at least have the a little bit of a track record, like they was making the playoffs.
Let's be real. You didn't love the Blazers either, though.
I didn't love the Blazers, but the Bucks without Giannis, they don't look like a complete team, and that's a lot missing
But
an
they're
MVP.
8-1 though. Like I don't care if I look like a complete team or not. If I'm winning 90% of my games, I'm cool with it.
That's the sample
It's a
size.
small
I was
sample
gonna say,
size.
I
But
want
I-
to see who they also beat in those games too.
I can let you know.
Yeah, let's see.
That Magic game where Giannis didn't play, he lost that one.
I
Is
know
that
they
the
beat the
one?
Clippers. I
They
remember
beat
that
the
Clippers
Suns.
one.
They
Is
beat
that
the
the
Suns
one
as well.
loss? Is the Magic game they just lost?
Maybe. Let me
Because I was
see.
at the Suns game when they won without Giannis.
Look.
The first game was against the Raptors.
You said what? The first game?
First game was against the Raptors. The second game was this is the Clippers game. That's the one I remember. Then they got Phoenix. They lost by 3 to Boston, and I'm not counting. So it's 8-2 because of the last game of the season where they got destroyed by the Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
I didn't count that one.
That was the game they was up to, by the way.
Yeah, they put up 88 points. Holy shit. Dame had shot 14% from the field.
You know who was on him?
Big Suggs.
Him. They put Isaac on him.
Oh, it's Raps.
Was jailed.
That's a blanket.
He had like quick 7-8 points. They put Isaac on him. Finished with 16.
It's a blanket.
Now I went on him the whole rest of the game, but that was a reason why he slowed down.
Yeah. Jonathan Isaac get those quick minutes on you.
Him.
Take off that rhythm.
How y'all feel about the series overall, though? Let's assume that Giannis misses.
If Giannis misses game one, then I think it swings for the Pacers in a little bit for me, just because I think they're such a good home team. I think it's gonna be tough for them to go in there. But Giannis is such a damn freak, and looking at him averaging 44 against this team, it's like a 50, like a 60-40 for me.
He a damn what?
Freak.
Freak.
The freak. I'm gonna go like Basically the same thing. I think the momentum or the momentum changer is Giannis because he literally could do everything for you to win those games. But without him, I'm probably leaning towards more so the Pacers side, like 65-35, 70-30.
Okay, we don't need to give our official predictions until next episode. But I was just trying to see where y'all head was at because game one.
I don't
isn't
know.
Until then.
I really don't know. I just know game one. I would take the Pacers.
And hopefully we'll know more by Saturday.
I think the Bucks will be able to recoup from that though, but I do think that they might go out there and be kind of stunned, like, oh shit, we really are playing these dudes without Giannis, and hopefully they will be able to prep and be like, I think it's going to take a while to see how the Pacers are going to play them, and they might throw them off. But if Giannis misses this whole series, which he probably won't, I think the Bucks will be able to figure it out. I will give them that benefit of the doubt. They still are a good team. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just hard. It's just hard.
I would hope that maybe with this week off that Giannis gets enough time to where maybe he does miraculously come back for game one. Because they say it's unlikely, but it hasn't been for sure stamped that Giannis is out for game one.
Yeah, it's just said that they're prepping to not have him.
Yeah. And was it a calf strain, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah.
And the calf strain could be so interesting because Kevin Durant had one.
And it turned into
an Achilles. But I actually read an article that said those things were two freak accidents that one didn't lead to the other.
Okay.
So what KD said why he was healthy this year?
What'd you say?
Did you see why KD said why he was healthy? Did you see why?
No more dancing in the tunnel?
No, he said he stayed his ass away from floppers. He said, I know who the floppers are. He said, twice I had MCL injuries because I had my own teammate and somebody else trying to sell a call and falling and not giving a damn about anybody else's health.
I can't think about
and it hurt my
all
knee.
I think about is the one clip where Joel Embiid was playing the Bulls and he tried to draw some crazy ass foul, but he like lunged dead, like flew into the paint, and Kobe White like jumped out of the way, and the repost said like, thank God Kobe jumped because that would have been a whole nother injury right there because Joel Embiid went to flop and slide across the floor.
Who helped hurt LeBron that year?
Which
year?
God.
It wasn't Wes Matthews.
Was it that second year when he was playing with the young Lakers?
No.
And they were
this
like
was
the third seed.
Was
and
this
they,
last
with the
year?
groin?
Or 2 years ago?
the groin injury,
I'm
right?
gonna look it up.
Because that was the most significant injury.
No,
That's
somebody
what I
took out his
remember.
ankle.
Oh shit.
Let me see. LeBron James.
I don't remember.
Oh, yes. This was last year. This was, oh, man.
Yeah. I'm googling it.
This
Don't
was
worry.
last year.
We gonna
This
get
was last
it.
year? Oh,
Yes.
shit.
Laker
This is
fan.
slipping my mind.
This is like second half of the season.
Solomon Hill.
Solomon
Oh,
Hill.
wow.
Oh, this is 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yeah, Solomon Hill dove for a ball and hit him. And you don't remember that?
No.
You don't remember LeBron
me
James
see.
scooting off the court like he had been shot in the leg?
I do.
And that looked like a lot of pain. Like, I'm not saying he overreacted
When
at
I
all.
tore a tendon in my ankle, Ontario always says that story. I scooted off too. Because
You scooted
I've
off?
seen so many injuries where the shit is turned the wrong way. So I wasn't trying to look at my ankle.
Yeah.
I just kind of scooted. and
I
scooted.
was talking
and
to somebody.
like, why would you scoot? And I'm like, I didn't know what else to do.
That's how you know somebody messed their stuff up or they're done. And I was like, it's when
I know
the
what
scoot.
story you're
I
thinking
forget who
about.
I was talking about this, but it's like
man.
once you see somebody just not even get back up, but they just working their way to the sideline, you know, just get them out the game. 'Cause, yeah,
And you
they
know
don't even
how
want to
I
put
hurt
pressure
myself?
on their foot. What?
We were doing a drill.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
This is why it sucks going to a suburban school. Our coach was like, it's too many soft guys in here, man. So you have the lines for the court, but you also have the lines for volleyball.
Yeah.
And the volleyball lines can get very short on the basketball court. So it was like a little box. And he's like, 10 people get in here, and you have to make like 20 passes without them taking the ball or turning it over. And they can do whatever. They can foul you, they can hack you, they can the only thing they can't do is push you out of bounds. But ain't no calls. You just gotta be strong with the ball. We was on like our last pass, and so I'm tall. I told my teammate, just throw it up, I'm gonna just catch it like a football. So when he did that, I caught it, I landed on somebody's ankle. Second practice of the year.
Now, would you rather have that, or would you rather have you doing just regular layup drills and the coach is just giving you a little bit of contact?
Who did that?
The coach swiped down
Broke
on
his
our boy
hand?
Chuck and broke his
Chuck's
hand.
rest
He
in
was
peace,
out for the
Chuck.
season. Rest in peace to Chuck, one of
He
our
was
good
out for the
guys.
rest of the season. I got his jersey.
Bro, the coach break your hand because he's trying to swipe at the
You should have
ball.
told me that. Next time we have an NBA player right here, I'll be like, hey, you ever had a time where you got your jersey because somebody else got injured? Because that's happened to him.
I was in him with like a
JJ
reserve,
Reddy, you
bro.
knew that about him?
But it happened before the season started, basically. So I was on the team the day one.
So how did that work? Was you just not gonna have a jersey?
I don't think I was gonna be suited as a reserve.
Oh, okay. That still was nice.
You're still on the roster.
I was on the roster. John
been
didn't make the
listening.
cut. Mikey Miller ain't make the cut.
John tried out.
Hell yeah.
What is John's reaction when he doesn't make the team?
I don't know.
Oh, y'all don't
He
remember?
might have been a little sad, but I don't think John
I
probably
don't think
cared.
he gave a damn.
Yeah.
That's why I asked about him specifically because you're like,
Because for me,
Fucking go.
for me and John, obviously we love basketball, but I mostly wanted to make the team for the camaraderie aspect,
For sure.
to be a part with the guys. You know what I'm saying? And I think John probably felt the same.
That's
way.
why I went to the
I didn't
football
go
practice.
into it thinking I'm about to be the starting point guard of this team
Right.
one day. Like that wasn't my intention at all.
I let them halfway convince me to play football because my homies played it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll come to practice just because.
That's why I did play football when I was a kid.
Oh, 'cause
Everybody in
Rail
the
and them?
neighborhood, Rail had sticky hands. He was just in them like, "Phew, phew, I can do that.
Had
Motherfucker
yours on the line.
Had me on the line. I'm
Such a
4'6".
small-ass lineman.
I'm 4'6" and a 10-year-old on the
John
line.
used to be on the line too. D-tack.
What position you played? Oh,
I
offensive
played
line.
I did play.
D-line
I
too,
did
and then
play some
offensive line.
secondary too later in the season, by the way. But I started off.
You
on
played
that
at
line.
Ridge?
Yes, I did.
When
That
I
was
came there, they didn't have a football team.
Yeah.
I am 1,000% sure I would have played football because everybody in our neighborhood would have played football. It's like you can't what you gonna do? Go home and get off the bus and go outside after nothing? Flex, Dion, Darnie, Terry, everybody would have played football.
Yeah, we had a pretty good football team. I think we lost once. We lost to Lakeview. We had a girl on their team. She was a linebacker.
I know that girl.
She was busting y'all
I went
ass.
to
She
middle
was.
school with her.
Oh, you
Her
did?
name was Brittany. Yep.
Oh, yeah. She was fucking us up.
Who
Not
was
the
their
mid- not the
quarterback?
middle
Was it
school.
Matt Rafferty
I don't
For us
remember.
or for Lakeview?
for Lakeview?
Probably was Matt.
Yeah,
He went to Lakeview?
yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Because I remember having a guard.
No,
him
no, no. He
and
went to
Bear-
Westview.
Yes, Westview.
'Cause
Because
he
they
was
had
there
Bear.
in Central.
Yeah, they had
I don't
Bear,
remember
too.
Lakeview's QB, but
Okay.
maybe he was the QB for Westview, though.
Yeah, because when you play Lakeview, there's a school right next to it.
Yeah, yeah.
I went to the school next to it.
Oh, shit, okay.
So when you say that girl, I know that girl.
Okay.
She was in our grade. She's in my grade.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, a Western Conference. What's the most
She
intriguing
was
series?
She popped your ass upside your head. What?
Nah.
Watch y'all. Let me get to this quarterback. What's the what?
Most intriguing Western Conference series. We got
the
3-6
Clippers.
Suns, Clippers, Dallas.
Clippers, Dallas, man. This is everything. This is everything. This is for Luka. Because imagine Luka get a first round exit after all this MVP hype. They gonna try to eat him alive.
Mm-hmm.
And if the Clippers lose in the first round, this is probably it for them. Paul
Yeah.
George maybe go to the Sixers or get traded in a three-way trade to the Knicks.
Okay. I've already kind of accepted that he's going to be a 76er.
Cool, Paul George.
In my mind. Yeah, not based on nothing, but I'm
I kinda
expecting
have
him to be a
too, because
76er.
why would he have not already signed his extension?
I could see him in a jersey a little bit.
Yeah, I think it would be clean.
And I think the role, like,
It would be perfect for him.
going to a new situation, you have to think about, like, how are you going to be your best in that role or, like, wherever you go to? He could be very good for the damn Sixers
He's
as,
such
like,
a
somebody who's a
reserved
complimentary.
guy.
Yeah.
That he'll let Maxie and him do their thing.
I just want to see the Joel Embiid
He's
podcast episode.
Tobias Harris on steroids. Does the podcast continue? Does Jackie Long and my boy?
Ooh, because he got to move cross country.
They were right. They would move.
You think so?
Yeah.
Jackie Long. It's not like Jackie Long is a podcaster.
No,
You know what
I
I'm
just
saying?
felt like they
You
were.
know Jackie Long because we did one draft. Was he even in that league?
He was in that league.
You was
Yeah,
in the
I
type
was.
of
I was.
Okay,
When he
okay.
picked that old ass Shaq that was in the draft.
Oh,
Wasn't
yeah,
that Jackie
yeah.
Long that picked
Yeah, it was Jackie
78
Long.
overall Shaq?
He picked a
in the
ball
first
all
round.
Lakers,
LA Lakers.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know if his grown ass
Name me one movie Jackie Long was in.
stars moving
I
to
don't know.
Philadelphia because Paul
Name me
George
one movie
is.
Jackie Long was in. Y'all need y'all ass
Y'all are
whooped, man.
crazy,
Y'all
bro.
need y'all ass whooped. Jackie, they need their ass whooped. Don't let them
Please.
talk to you in the next draft like they cool with you.
Do y'all know who he is though?
No, I just
You
know
got a Picasso.
I just knew him as
I got piss in the hallway.
I just knew him as podcast piece co-host.
That's crazy.
They sound familiar. If you told me a movie, like,
Have you seen his face?
He's never looked familiar. Like when I'm watching,
Let me
him,
see the face.
He never
Okay.
looks familiar to me.
That's kind of insane because bro's been around for a very, very long time.
Wow.
Come on, man. You know Jackie Long. You know Jackie Long, bro. Come on, Mike. Put it together, bro. That's that. Who the fuck is
Jackie Long.
that?
This is lawyer.
Come on. What movie is this? What movie is this? Come on. This is
Your mama ain't never home. Hey, you ain't gotta be a dope
What
boy.
movie is
You ain't
this?
gotta be a
I've
dope
never
boy.
seen that before.
You ain't
Oh
gotta
my-
be.
yes, you
hey,
have,
you ain't
bro.
gotta
What
be a
movie
dope
is
boy
it?
to have money.
no. I'm not giving you the answer.
I
Mike.
want to. I
He
just want to
said,
know.
This,
What movie is
threw some
this?
money in my goddamn face.
Oh, ATL.
Oh,
You've seen ATL.
I have. I did not know that he was in it though.
Hey, I don't want to kick with you. I don't want to skate with you. None of that, partner.
He doesn't even look the same no more.
Because he always older.
Yeah.
They had T.I. in there acting crazy. He go up to Lauren Lundy and say,
Snatch her chain. Yeah, I wouldn't have recognized him from that movie all the way up until now.
Well,
she say,
ATL is one of them ones.
my
man.
mama ain't home. Your mama ain't never home.
A lot of his other stuff I have not seen. But ATL, hurricane season?
No.
You seen her?
Yes.
Who else in that?
Forrest Whitaker.
And Lil Wayne. Remember Lil Wayne in the crowd? He put money on the games and stuff.
Oh, no, I remember Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne in there.
But yeah, he's been in a lot.
Y'all ain't seen Hurricane Season?
No.
That's a
seen
sports
Hurricane
movie too.
It's like it's a college. It's a high school coach coming back to coach in New Orleans after Katrina hit. And they
Isn't it roughly based on a true story, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They rally around in this basketball team. Yeah.
Yeah, with him being a movie guy, I don't know if he's moving to Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Leaving the industry.
That makes sense.
So yeah, maybe
Maybe they just go virtual.
that hurts the show so much.
It don't have the same feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same aura. Y'all saw they had Juju on there?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
That
she
was
gave Jackie Lowe the bun.
Yes, she did. Yeah. Most intriguing series. Did you answer that question?
I'm gonna go. I think it's the Dallas Clippers one too. I think it's the matchup we kind of been seeing over the course of the years, and like we know they got a little bit of history together. And I think it's just cool to see like Luka be the one to take that out. I remember who was it? It might have been like Grant Hill talking about John Stockton, and he was like, he was like, he used to sit there before the games or whatever, and John Stockton used to come out the car and he used to be with his kids. Like, that's one of the baddest mans you ever gonna see, because it's little old John Stockton. He's got like he looked like a normal person.
Yep.
But for Luka to just not have that athleticism, or just not be like the crazy prototypical basketball player you think of, that he's knocking out franchises with like a cowboy hat on, I just think that's hilarious to say.
I'm answering it being the Suns versus Timberwolves, man. Mm-hmm. The Suns is not a team that I've been a huge fan of this season. They've been up and down.
They got KD, but we got Jay McDaniels.
Right. Yeah, good luck on that one this time.
That is funny
around.
how that all came together.
But the Suns have played the Timberwolves so very good that it's a scary series for the Wolves, who've been phenomenal all year long. Just to see KD and see Devin and see Brad, who's starting to look better and better every single game.
Yeah.
They're
Grayson Allen extended.
Grayson Allen got that bag. Shout out to him, 17 annually. It's a scary series for the Timberwolves. We're going to dive deeper into every single series next episode, but I just wanted to get a little filler out there. I don't know who I'm picking in that series.
17 annually? Where's Jalen Brunson at?
Jalen Brunson's at like 27, I want to say.
Okay.
27-ish.
I don't remember what Jalen Brunson signed for.
Whatever it is, it's goddamn steal.
Still, is the
Yeah.
point I was making.
4 years, 100. So 27 is what he's
Okay.
making this year.
Damn.
But it goes down. So 27
Oh,
to
he has
26 to
a-
24.
oh, he has a
But
setup
he's
like
up for an
that.
extension next year. He's gonna get some real money soon, because ain't no way. Retire that man jersey right now.
Retire.
I'm feeling like this is the
The
test.
best Knick since Ewing.
He's better than Patrick Ewing.
He got to get that.
He's better than Patrick
He got to get the ring, or he got to
He
miss
is
the finger
better
roll.
than Patrick Ewing. I've never seen Patrick Ewing hezzy. Tween up, step through.
Better forward, Patrick Ewing or 6 foot Jalen Brunson.
The shit that he does, Patrick Ewing ain't got that in his bag. Patrick Ewing ain't got no bag. The only bag he got was the ones he put on a flight he gave to the bellhopper.
That's crazy.
You on that? I'm done with the '90s trend with that one.
I'm feeling the Suns in this one, though. I do think it's a very good test for the Timberwolves, though, being the seed that you are in the season that
Oh, you giving
do.
your prediction already?
No, I'm just saying how I feel about it.
Oh, okay.
Well, you say you want to test the waters,
Yeah.
So, but I'm feeling the Suns in this one, though. KD and D-Book,
Can you palm a basketball?
nah.
You could deflate one. though.
Get your... That's two episodes in a row. He just on some random ass shit.
Yeah.
Because when you talk sometimes, you make this noise. So I was looking at you while you was talking, but you like do this with your fingers, and it made me look at your hand.
Yesterday when we were shooting, there were multiple times in that I'm like, what the fuck is Mike talking about right now? And I'm like, I'm gonna obviously let him finish. But you was just going.
And it was one clip where we was kind of going at each other, and they say like D Mills was standing up for himself or whatever, and you was like, you just mad because D Mills beat you in an argument or something.
yeah.
And I was like, something that's why your fingers fat or something. And all the comments like, oh my gosh, he went so personal. I'm like, y'all are so crazy to think that Mike went home like.
No.
But I've been hearing about my parents since like fucking elementary school. I'm 27
They
years
talking
old.
about
It ain't many jokes I ain't heard
They
yet.
like-
So does your dad or your mom have?
My
bigger
mom has
hands?
big fingers.
Okay, word.
They like Pierre went so personal. Oh my gosh, how can you do that?
My
to a
mom
friend?
got be giving all the traits out because like I was telling my sister yesterday, my mom laughed because she know like I've heard it from her before, but I was like, damn, Michaela, you got a 5 head because she got a little big head. And my mom just started laughing because she knew she got that motherfucker from her.
Yeah. Genetics is crazy, man.
They
It
are.
is.
They
Yeah.
really are. They really are. Because we was at Ave's birthday party, and boy, she looked just like you. In certain times, I can see my auntie.
I don't see it. I don't see me. I see Angie.
Bro, every person that saw your baby said that she looks just like her dad.
That's what I said.
It's funny.
I looked at
see
her
Angie.
yesterday and I was like, damn, that is Darrick's kid. There's no reason to ever go on Maury, bro. That is your goddamn kid.
The only people who say that are probably people that don't see you regularly. Because Dana was saying the same thing, and I'm like, you're attaching your eyes to Angie's color on the baby, but when I look at that face, I see Darrick. I see Darrick. It's a perfect thing because I definitely see Angie, but I see when I take a glance at her and I walk in, I see you.
That's
and
funny.
Dana was talking about your she like you were just a natural dad because you got like this. The way you hold her is like this. I'm like, they ain't got to worry about Darrick ever dropping nothing. That boy got that.
Do any of y'all siblings look like y'all?
Look like me.
I think all of my siblings, other than my older ones, look like me. Like my 2 younger
yeah.
sisters look like me.
Yeah,
My younger
twins.
sister were like twins, but she just like the girl version.
Yeah,
Yes, bro.
My
I mean, I
sister
haven't seen your
looks
sister in a
exactly
little
like
bit,
me.
but I remember when
For
she
real.
was really growing up, I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
For real, look like that was your daughter.
Because you know why? Because I don't have any. We don't do this in the black community, but full siblings, right? Like
Exactly.
we don't do that.
I
But
have
we-
not one full sibling.
But so that's why like some of my siblings will look somewhat like me. But because you and your sister both have the same mom and dad,
Old
it's like
Park-ass
carbon.
family. Y'all, come on, man. You ain't street. You
Who the hell got dads now?
Yeah, you got 2 parents. You ain't street. No, just joking. I'm
So
just
they
joking.
like it's like a cut and copy, like
Yeah.
copy paste,
for
copy
real.
paste.
And then the fact that the name your mom gave her, perfect.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
She put that shit together.
Yeah.
She went really generic to start off with, but
Which,
she really
you
came
don't gotta
down.
say your mom's name, but what's her initial?
S.
S
What's your dad initial?
P.
Oh,
That took you way longer than this shit. What is that first letter?
P.
He was gonna say da for D for dada. D for dada.
But yeah, do you have any full siblings?
No. They are all full siblings. I'm
Except
not.
you.
You
okay.
you exception.
Yeah, you don't have one full sibling either. I don't either. Not one full sibling. Our parents they got to be ashamed of themselves.
At the party, I was talking
Freaky
to
ass parents.
our auntie, the twins' mama.
Yeah.
And she was just saying like how times are changing because when they were younger, like when she was our age, her kids were already 7 years old. And like yeah, my mom had my sister when she was 20. And I know your mom had you relatively young, but we're old. Like the
Yeah.
age of becoming a parent is a lot older now than what it was
Right, yeah.
30 years ago.
My mom got pregnant with me when she was 17.
Same.
She gave birth when she was 18. I'm 29, and I haven't came close to making a kid.
Right.
Yeah.
Never had no pregnancy scares.
Virgin.
Nothing.
But
I think we were-
I be thinking,
Right, right,
I be thinking
right.
vice versa too, because I mean, they weren't the majority, but we definitely grew up with people that had kids and like
Yeah.
were in high school and they had a kid or anything like
Yeah.
that. So I think it's not. It's just the majority ain't there no more.
I
But
don't
feel
know
like
the stats on it, but I feel like
Yeah.
when we were in high school, a lot of people were on birth control.
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
can
that's-
imagine in
Yeah.
the 90s, people who had an IED or
No,
whatever the
no.
hell they call
IUD,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, people are definitely way more conscious of like, I'm just gonna take birth control just
Yeah.
so I can even prevent it.
That's what
Or,
I
like,
always
maybe
tell
even
people.
Plan B wasn't even an option then.
Yes.
I don't remember if Plan B was around back then, but
Yeah. That's what I always tell people. Like, I'm just
56-14.
I've always been super, super conscious. I never wanted to have no kid without being like, this is my person, or I'm going to, you know what I mean? I never
Yeah.
wanted, because everybody that I was surrounded by, from aunts, uncles, my own parents, I have siblings who have kids and got, baby mamas, baby fathers. I just didn't really want that. And I remember being a kid that went to my dad's house on a weekend. And I remember having to leave my dad's house like, man, my kids ain't gonna never have to do this shit.
He talking about like you ain't never want that. For me, it'd be hard to imagine being in that damn scenario. And I know shit happens.
Yeah.
But I just like waking up that day and it's like, bruh, I'm just attached to this person for the rest of my life at this point.
Yeah.
It's just like it's times where you might have a kid with somebody and you only met them one time because y'all wanted to link up from the party or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just like
imagine y'all exes and imagine you had a kid.
and
with
that's the same. I think we was talking about the other day, bro. When he's like, imagine you already had a girl, you done messed up and got somebody other pregnant. It's like I couldn't even imagine taking that home. It's like I got another baby mama. Like I got another baby mama.
I gotta tell you something.
Some of us are safer than others.
So some of us would be like, can I?
Oh, yes. It's time to log off.
Oh my God, bro! The best thing about that story is that it'll never be able to exist in our we got so many stories in our universe. That's one that will never be able to come out. But we're gonna allude to it like once every 6 months. I feel like, and nobody's gonna know what the hell we talking about.
And they can try.
They could try.
Matter of fact, they can imagine.
Yeah.
Just put together your
try to
own
put together that story, please.
No, because you're never going to get the answer. So don't come in my stream. Don't come in my comments or my streams or nothing asking any questions because I'm gonna treat you. Because this is one of those things that you just gotta have. It's an open end. Everybody can have their own conclusion or whatever. But man, that is crazy, man. That is crazy.
Did you
Don't ask permission. Ask forgiveness.
Do you ever see yourself being a father?
Yeah.
Do you have like a rough age of like when you want it to happen? Not saying that's when it will happen, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Probably next few years. I mean,
Mike as a dad will be so fun,
Man, I
bro.
can't.
I had a pregnancy scare like recently, but it wasn't like it had in the past. Like when I was like 5-10 years ago, if it happened to me,
Up
I'd
at
probably
night,
be like, or like
sweating.
when I was around 20 or 21, like if I had
My
a
bad.
pregnancy scare, that shit was like heavy on my fucking mind. Like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get? Now, if I like recently, it wasn't even no pregnancy scare.
It was like, if it happened, it happened.
If it happened, it happened. Like I'm
in
pretty
love,
sure I
bro.
could take care of this shit.
Yeah,
Like,
we've
it's
been
fine.
through that.
Yeah. But that's
But
one of
it's
the
also
first
had me
steps,
excited
bro.
too. It had me very excited. But
Oh, so
it's not yet.
it's gonna happen before a couple years from now.
That was the
were
same way.
excited.
That was a couple years ago where Dana was having some stuff with her stomach, and she didn't really know what was going on. And that was a time where it was like, I feel what you're saying. I didn't think it was a pregnancy scare because it was like, I ain't really know, but I feel what you mean. Where it's like, you can picture yourself like, man, if this was 6 years ago, I'd be in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Up.
Yeah.
Versus like, whatever happened.
How did you find out that you were gonna be a dad?
The day after we came back, the
For
same
Summer
day.
League, right?
No,
What
All-Star Weekend.
All-Star. That's what
I
it was.
literally found
All-Star.
out the day we landed
Yeah.
Which
That's-
All-Star?
Last year.
Cleveland?
last year. That was Cleveland?
No.
No, Utah.
Yes, it was Utah.
What was your reaction?
I was speechless.
It's like, I'm packing up and I'm leaving.
I think
was,
I've seen
literally
that video.
speechless.
Oh, it's a video?
Yeah, I think it's a video, right?
Did y'all see
It
that
is.
video of that guy who they have the gender reveal party and it's like the blue balloons come up and he immediately starts getting down and like the touches
Yes.
the football stands and
Yes.
he starts flying. I'm like, he funny as hell, bro.
And guess what? His kid gonna be at the theater.
It happens like
It
that.
happens.
I've seen also ones where like a dad will have a bunch of girls and he's hoping for a boy,
Yeah.
and then he gets another girl.
I
but
hate
then like
those
he looks
videos.
upset.
Yeah.
But like
Because
people
that
like,
baby's gonna come into the world and it's gonna see
He's
that
not gonna
video.
care. Yeah,
and it's gonna be like, damn, dad didn't want me. You know?
Yeah.
But, like,
and
he
then
probably
you never,
still is
he's
gonna
not
love
even
her.
going to care. Exactly. He's not going to care anyway, though.
yeah.
How did you find out?
We had came back from a podcast shooting, I think, or I was doing something, and then she was like, "You got a package?" And I'm like, "Hey, what the fuck? I ain't ordered nothing." And I opened up the package, and it's a fucking Bulls onesie with the pregnancy test.
Yeah, mine was.
And you knocked it off the table like, what am I going to do with this?
She gave me a gift bag. It was like, I got you a gift, and then I opened it up, and it said like.
He's
it was-
like, Darrick opened it. He took that bag, he dumped it out. He's like, ain't no fucking Big Beef in there.
You know what's funny? I had just bought a Big B. So, she
That's
couldn't have got
funny
me
as
one.
hell.
Forever.
Remember I
literally
told
was.
y'all
I
a
landed,
girl
I
had
went to
sent me
Portillo's, and then
a positive pregnancy test, and I immediately like called her like, "What the fuck?"
Who sent you this?
This is like a old girl I used to like
Oh, okay.
talk to, but she explained real quick like that was just my friends. I'm like, why would you even send that?
Attention
My
seeking.
sister
Why
has
would
done
you
that
even
before.
send
Attention
that?
seeking.
Like sent me a pregnancy test. Be like, Uncle, I know damn well my sister not having no kids. She said it forever that she's not having no kids. And she's doing everything you can imagine to prevent herself from being pregnant. Everything you can imagine. She's on top of that.
You know what's even crazy? You know how like me and Michaela have our age gap? My cousin Nietzsche, who y'all know, who's like 21.
I cannot believe that kid is 21.
He's 21. He has a brother now.
Oh, a younger brother now?
And like yeah, my auntie
You
had
got
a
that gap too.
yeah. So I have
That's
another
not
cousin. My
gonna say
auntie had a my auntie had a baby like maybe a month ago. So they have basically a 20-year gap, just like me and Michaela. now.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, my youngest sister is a 16-year gap, but 20 is crazy.
I think I got 11 or 12 years on my sister.
Wow. My youngest sister's 14. So
What?
what is that, 13?
Oh, your older sister?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about to say, I didn't know you had no little sister. I thought you had nieces.
No.
You know, that's.
I be telling my
crazy.
mom I was in an accident. She always denies it.
How you come
I
up with
was
that?
an accident.
How you come up with that
That's not a
conclusion?
bad. I don't think that's a
Because
I
bad
don't think
thing.
I was.
She was in her
My
late
mom
40s.
had me when she was 17. I don't think I
finna
was
say,
playing.
My mom had me when she was
They not.
18.
They not
She ain't
trying to
playing
have
for that.
kids.
No,
Ain't
yeah,
nothing
my
wrong
mom
with
had me in
that.
her late 40s. She was just probably just trying to have fun. Just had it.
Get our groove back.
Probably didn't know she could get pregnant still, and it just happened.
It just
But she swear. If I would say it, she'd be like, "No, you were not."
Yeah.
She
Well, I'm glad she did because we have you here.
Exactly. Some of the best things come accidentally.
And so your oldest sibling is how old?
My brother's probably about to be 50.
And he
That's
had
older than my dad, basically.
how many? I think that's older than my mom. How many years has he had on you?
I'm 20. It's about to be 28, so he has what, like 20-some years on me?
Okay, and then
20
you
some
saying
change.
your closest sibling is 11 years
Yeah.
old. Okay. So you the baby
Yeah,
for
it's
real.
4 of us.
For
I'm the
real.
baby.
For real, the baby.
Yes, he is.
That's why the nickname was Boo. He was
Yeah.
a little one.
That's why, like, I don't argue with the sibling. Like, they might have their own little arguments.
For
but,
sure.
like,
Yeah.
I'm never included in an argument. Because, like, what am I arguing with them for?
Yeah.
I'm
Darrick at the table just eating. Everybody just going at it at
They
Thanksgiving.
gonna finish the mashed potatoes.
What was the best thing about being the baby?
I think I got
I don't remember shit from when I was a
I think
baby.
I got different.
No. I didn't mean
No.
literally the baby of the
Which is like
family.
the youngest.
Oh,
I get
being a
different
baby.
treatment from the mom versus like how they did.
the mom.
Like my mom, like they used to be like, you don't whoop him like you whoop us, like you whooped us. And like,
Well, y'all
That's
still
true.
got whoopings.
but I didn't really get them.
That's
the
what
difference.
that's what I say to my mom. Not that I want her to whip my sister, but I be looking at like them go back and forth, and I be like, I never went back and forth with my mom.
Yeah.
I couldn't. My sister says no so much. I just be thinking like, if I said no just like that one time, I just know some shit was gonna
Man,
happen.
bro.
I'm getting into that right now with Avery. When she's starting to say no, I'm getting that shit. Cut it out immediately. You know, if your mom say come here, go. You know, go, and that's tough.
Same thing happened in my house. But you know what the thing is? They don't think it's no problem. And I be like, okay.
They just said Avery has the and I'm not trying to flex. It's my daughter. They said mentally she's like 3 years old already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think that was
That's amazing.
That shit is the coolest shit to
I
hear.
think that
bro.
was evident at the
I remember
party.
they were saying like something with my sister and like she's reading at the next level or something
Yeah.
like that, and
Super
it's just
cool
like,
shit.
and it's because I don't live with my sister anymore, so I don't see her on a regular basis. But it's just like I wouldn't just think that from how like I always see her around the house, but like just like myself, we're really like reserved and quiet, and she knows her stuff. She doesn't always just want to like display it. So I think that's what gets me. And you probably know the same thing. Well, you ever know a kid can do something,
Yeah.
but and they just don't want to show it or whatever.
For
Like
sure.
they just want to kind of like hide it or whatever. She could do that, you know, where she can really show out and be one of those girls. It's like I could be at the top of my class.
That's what I be trying to tell Dana. Like, I be a purposeful goofball so that Ari don't feel ashamed or shy of her gifts. Cause she can sing, she like to dance, but she don't want to do it in front of nobody. Like she don't even want to do it in front of us. So one time I heard her in her sing. She a big Taylor. She's a Swiftie. So I heard her in there singing, and I came in there and I danced and sang. And she got to the point where she saw that and she was like, okay, so I can do that around him. And then she was like, come in the room. And we singing. And I'm acting like I know the songs to this Descendants movie or whatever.
That's like the first episode of Fresh Prince.
Exactly. But Dana like, oh, I want to come in there and dance and thing too. I already said no. Close the door. Close it like, you can't come in.
You know what? I'm glad because my sister, she doing cheerleading too.
Yeah.
And she really, like, she's really expressive. Like, when, what's the movie? Frozen, all them type of movies that have, like, all the songs. She loved to dance to that type of shit. But she would be shy when it's, like, somebody's walking in there. It's, like, new people in there. So, for her to be in cheerleading, and I'm proud of her because she's going to be doing basketball after that. But it's, like, eventually, like, she's really going to be into it. It's, like, she's young as hell. But I can't wait to go to where she's cheerleading at a football game or do something like that.
Go watch her.
Yeah.
That's how I do it. That's why I be at Burr Ridge with Lacosta because I go watch my sister cheerlead and things like that. And today is Ari's first day doing volleyball, but this you can't go in. You have to drop them off.
Oh.
So I was telling Dana, like, I'm happy that you can't go. I'm always balanced. We went to tumbling. You can go in tumbling, be supportive, but she got to be able to go and not see anybody and be able to be comfortable and not overwhelmed. So
that's so interesting. There's a dance place actually on the way to the studio here where the parents can't come into the actual studio, but they live stream everything from different angles. So you can still watch your kid just to make sure no tomfoolery going on, but you can't be there.
Why not? Distraction?
I don't know. I don't know
probably
exactly.
A distraction thing.
Maybe. Or maybe is that like that maybe people aren't as expressive when they're with their parents or something. I don't know.
I used to do Taekwondo and my mom couldn't be in there.
I'm for that. I think everything should have about, I want to be able to go watch some things, but when they're that young, I think the kid has to be able to get used to not, because when we go to tumbling, Ari sometimes like looks at us all the time.
Like if she falls, she'll look at you for like.
Or even if she's doing something well, she look and we giving a thumbs up, she look and she smile, and it's just that reassurance. Sometimes you got to just let them be comfortable with not having it around. And I was telling Dana, like, man, she got overcome the biggest obstacle every parent is going to go through, and you on your way, is when you have to drop your kid off to school for the first time.
Yeah.
And I'm not even but when my sister Jador went to school the first time and I took her in there and she started crying because I was leaving, bro, that's the toughest shit you ever going to have to do in life.
Yeah.
Because it's so new to them. They don't know one of the kids. They don't know any of these teachers. And, man, boy.
I couldn't imagine dropping Ivy off. Even like when I leave her with her grandma, and still
it's
like
tough, bro, ain't it?
Now I'm like, oh my god,
bro,
she's gone. She's not like not that she's gone, but like
she's gone.
She's not here.
I would put Avery to bed and be like, damn. Like a couple hours later, like, damn, I miss her, bro. She's just upstairs sleeping, but it's like, you get this
I do that. I
attachment to
feel
this
that
human.
with my cat, so I already know it's 100 times more with like a actual human being that you spend time with.
I definitely feel that way with my pup.
Already,
Definitely, already. The day I got her, the night was so bad that I contemplated taking her back. I text y'all. I was like, man,
It was like 2 a.m. P was going through it. Boy.
like, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all gave me some feedback. I just don't know if I'm cut out for this. And I was more so thinking about her. So that next morning, because I told myself I was going to sleep on it. But when I woke up, I came to the conclusion, like, you know what? I'm probably not as fit as I thought I was for this, and she deserves something better so she can be the best dog she can be. And I'm probably have to take her back. And so I came to that conclusion, and I left it. Because what I didn't want to do is torture myself of playing back and forth. And what a lot of people don't know from social media, I only had a 48-hour period to take her back.
Yeah.
So the thing is, once I bought her, you can only bring her back within 48 hours, and you only get half of your money. The money, we not on no flexion shit, but like
you already spent the money, so it's like
it ain't
you
shit.
already spent it.
I've been in that place. That shit is not cheap.
I know exactly what place you're talking about too. Yeah,
I wasn't even tripping on the money, but it was the fact that like once that 48 hours pass, and I don't think I want. Yeah, it's mine.
That's
There's nothing
your
I can do. Even if I said, here, Darrick, all the paperwork and everything is on my name. So I'm like, man, what do I do? And then I was like, okay, I got to give her back. And like we waiting on the place to open. I'm up at like 7 because I had to take her out. So hours is going by, time is going by. I'm crying hysterically like somebody died. I got all these people calling me. My mom texting me. I'm crying and crying and crying. And at the last minute, Dana grandma called and is like, let me talk to him. I'm like, I don't want to talk because I made my decision. I'm taking her back. Y'all trying to convince me is only going to make this harder. And then a fourth quarter thing, and my mama called me, and my mom was like, Pierre, You do you help a lot of people. You got a big heart. You can do it. You got to use time for you to get help from other people. And when she said that, we went to Dana's grandma's house, and her grandma was like, "Man, I can do all the hard lifting. I'm retired. I got a house, and we can do joint custody." But she like, you know, I train her and everything, and you take her back whenever you want to. And she, like I said, she lived 2 minutes away from me, so I still see my dog every day. But she just don't spend the night.
It's like it's both y'all's.
Yeah.
Like they did on Friday with the bike.
Except that's my damn dog.
No, I'm glad.
But I'm also glad she going there because like last night, Dana just so attached. And I'm like, that's what I don't want because I have to leave. We're going to go to Vegas Summer League, and I'm not trying to be on the plane like, oh my gosh, I want to love my dog, but I need to be able to be so attached.
I dropped like my cat off when we had some of our longer trips, like at my mom's house. So she at least has like somebody that can feed her like every couple of days or just look after her. And I'll come home and I'll basically like the next morning we have our flight. The whole night I'll be like, bro, I miss my damn cat. Yeah. Like it's different when I walk into my room and my cat's not following me or my cat don't come out of the room. Like it just feels.
We did that call yesterday and your cat came on.
Yeah.
That was actually funny.
Yeah. But shout out to everybody that in our community. I got so many DMs I couldn't even respond to them, but so many people was just being very uplifting. Like, you know, this is what everybody goes through. Don't think you can't do it.
Bro, I remember when I first got my cat, I was just so mad because first of all, the thing you got to realize, especially, well, cats and dogs are a little bit different, but truly down, like when you first moving out or a new home, that shit is traumatizing. Yeah. Like to go from where you initially thought you were going to be like all you know to just like a stranger takes you home and all that.
For sure.
So I had to think about that like with my cat because my cat didn't do shit when I brought her home but just stay underneath the bed. Like she didn't want to go anywhere and she kept crying and all that and like I didn't know if I was going to be able to, you know, properly litter train her in time so like she wasn't all over the house. But eventually like you just kind of get used to it, you know, you become more familiar and I think that's like the transition process and everything that you got to kind of go through. But eventually, you're not going to want to leave that dog alone. I think that's the end point, you know.
And I got like a thing I wear. You know how you put a baby on the thing?
Yep,
I
know exactly what you were.
And she be in there.
Me and Elena was laughing because I had put in a group chat like, we're going to be hooping at like this time or whatever. Let me know if y'all down. And P put in there like, man, I love to hoop, but right now I'm taking my dog on a drive. Right now. It was like 10 o'clock at night.
She love it because she, like you said, everything was new. So that was the other thing where I was getting overwhelmed. I'm like, all of this is new for me, and all of this is new to her. Cars driving by, that's new to her. Going in the grass just running around was new to her because they was like in like these little.
Cribs.
Cribs in the cribs. So it's all of this is new. So she like, and people don't know from social media how young she is. She's only 8 weeks old.
So she's fresh out the litter.
And we all like, I'm pretty sure D Mills knows about the spot where you got that dog too, but there's no exaggeration. These dogs literally meet in cribs. It's not a cage. Yeah. It's literally like a baby crib that they be in.
We wasn't sure if like that was the first time she really seen sun like outside. We don't know. You know what I mean? So it was everything was so new, but yeah, shout out to Nani because she is retired. Her dog passed away. This is perfect. She can take that dog out 30 times in a day. She got a yard.
The yard is very, very, very clutch.
The yard, I couldn't get her to poop outside. She would pee outside, but she pooped in the house. She went to Nani, and I left to go to Avery party, and she had pooped twice outside. And it's the yard. It's the yard. And so I'm like, yeah, let her have that. Let her have multiple homes. So when I have to leave, I feel comfortable that she's with somebody. And then Nani also got another dog that same day. So she has a running mate. And she's learning from that dog because it's older than her. She came to my house yesterday and was barking. And I was like, you got that from that other damn dog because you haven't barked ever in your life.
I think training Koba was a lot easier because he had Jax.
Okay,
and Jax is not like this well-trained dog either, but he had something to like model himself after, which was dope. So yeah.
And then the other dog worshiped the floor Ari walk on. I'm talking about like you walk in the house and you go sit by Ari, barking. Ari get up to go get something, follow her. Like it's crazy, and I'm like, man. And the dog name is Luna.
Oh wow.
Luna. I'm like, oh man.
Dogs do create like their favorite person.
But
sure.
that dog, Nani only had that dog for 6 hours.
That's all it takes.
Sunday
sometimes.
was my first time seeing that
sometimes,
dog,
yeah,
and that's when
all
she
it takes.
came. And yeah, Ari is her person.
Yeah, sometimes they just be like, I feel safe with this person, and like that's
It's a
who
little
they cling
Chihuahua.
to. Yeah,
And it just be bark. I'm so
Chihuahuas
tall
are
that
so-
I scare it, and it just be
Chihuahuas are so like bark heavy.
Yeah.
Like, they just so the small dog syndrome is so crazy. They literally have like that small dude at the bar type syndrome where they have to be the loudest one.
Yeah.
to
I
make
thought my
themselves
dog
feel
was gonna be
bigger.
like that. She ain't like that right now. Even when she see other dogs, she just kind of look like, hey. So I'm like, thank you. Please don't become that little dog that's just trying to. We ain't doing that. We don't want no smoke.
No, for real. My old dog used to try to bark at everything, like the bigger dogs. But if we got close, he ain't want no smoke.
Yeah, I'm already know.
I'm trying to help you, bro.
Yeah, that's Jack.
For real. I want my little lady to be classy.
We appreciate y'all watching, listening, and tuning into this episode of Numbers on the Board. Next time you hear from us, we will be giving our full predictions of the 2024.
This
I almost
my
said
year.
three.
This my year.
2024 first round of the playoffs. Thank y'all. Leave a like, subscribe, audio platforms, all of that. We'll see y'all then.
Peace.
Peace.